Hello and welcome to another episode of the Fabricio Eat There podcast or the Fair One podcast, whichever one fits for you a little bit better. This is my son Archie. He's we're having problems with the KO app. I don't know if anyone else is having problems with that app. So my wife is here off screen trying to get us on the app. Um, yes, Archie here is raring to go. He's look at these hands on him. Look at these monstrous hands that he has. Through House says, I'm so sad for Tougher, but what a stud. 1 day's notice. I better hear no disrespect from skinny fat office workers. I know for sure, rest assured that none of them will be saying it to Tougher's face. Harry DeLuca says, hey Fab, I won my comp, won the first match by re-naked and then the next two by footlock. Congratulations, Harry. He's going to listen to the fights on the drive home. Now, congratulations, Harry. You're doing really, really well, man. He's competing all the time and doing very, very, very well. Yeah, good for you, Harry. Excellent work. How did Trent go? Say bye, Archie boy. Okay. Bye-bye, Archie. Give me a second, guys. I'm just going to hook this up. Having problems with that. What do we got here? Is that the end of a fight, or what am I watching here? Anyways, so let me see. Yeah, no, congratulations, Harry. Harry's shown a lot of promise, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very good. Need to work on your wrestling, Harry. You need to work on your wrestling. Don't sleep on your wrestling, but doing very, very well with his jiu-jitsu. Very good guard, actually, for a white belt. Very, very good. Very good footlocks, very good entries, good guard retention. Very good, man. Very, very good. What do we got here? I think this is the wrong. What are we watching here? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to get this. I'm still having problems with this app. I'm still having problems with the app. It's not playing. And this isn't my doing. This is even my wife tried to do it, and it's still not playing. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I've got to try and fix this. It should be just people talking at the moment. So yes, Rob McKenzie says, nice one, Harry. Footlocks, you shark. He's actually very, very good at the front, at the footlocks. Michael Page says, hi, Fab, future champ there. Yeah, I don't know if he'll be a champ. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even care if he grapples or not. I want him to grapple. I do want him to grapple. I'm not going to lie. I want him to do martial arts. But that's just for like self-defense and all the things that you gain from doing martial arts. Not necessarily do I want him to be a champ or anything like that. Oliver Ekman says, good job, Harry. So the whole community here is saying, good job, Harry. Good on you, Harry. All in all, honestly, good luck, man. Good for you. I mean, not good luck. Congratulations. Beetlejuice says, how old you, bub? Had our second daughter 2 weeks ago, and it's hectic. How's 3 treating you? Congratulations, Beetlejuice. 3 is insane. But it's crazy. And here's a thing. I'll just tell you guys, don't tell anyone. No one watches this anyways. We're about to have our 4th. We're not about to, but we are going to have our 4th in a few months, quite a few months, but still, yes. Bodybuilding News says this will be a much better card than the last one. I imagine so. Cooper Marin says, first time seeing Rinya, I knew it was to be expected, but that guy is an insanely natural grappler, just really understands everything intuitively. He's a freak, dude. He's like everything that Bo Nickel is. Like he's legit. Through her says, advice Fab, just in case, buy the pay-per-view 1 or 2 hours beforehand if you haven't. It's how I've gotten away with no dramas. The checkout systems get congested. End of prelims. KO's not amazing. I'll tell my wife that. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Emilio says, Fab, are you trying to get KO to work? Yes, I am, and it's not working. SG says, greetings, Fab. Kyoshini says, congrats. Michael Page says, congrats. SG says, raising 4 kids in this economy is commendable, Fab. Yes, it's fucking hard, I'll tell you that. And I'm like, how do I say? I'm not mega rich or anything like this, but I'm in an okay situation, and it's hard. You know what I mean? It's hard because you know what it is. It's like a give and take, right? Like if you work a lot and then money's not the problem, then you don't see your kids. And the more now I realize that even more than ever is like, yeah, they're only little ones. I know that sounds cliched, but like literally they're only little ones, you know, and it goes bang like this. My oldest daughter's 4, you know, and I took them today to do to enroll them into surfing, and I always thought this would be something that happens down the track, and nope, they're enrolled in surfing now. So yeah, it's crazy just how quick it all happens, you know. Like I don't even get it. So yeah, it's pretty insane. Now Rinya is a freak, man. He's Bo Nickel, but at bantamweight. Cooper Merritt says, if Rob and Volk lose, I'm on suicide watch. Rob McKenzie says, work-life balance is the hardest job. You know what it is as well, dude? You have to be like, with anything in life, I think, like, it's more just about just being honest with what you want. Like, you can't plant bananas and expect apples to grow, you know? So if you want to, for example, if I want to spend time with my kids, and that means that I might have to downsize my house so then I don't have to pay as much of a mortgage or any mortgage at all or whatever. You just have to understand that. Or you have to go, well, if I'm going to chase the bucks, then I'm not going to see my kids as much, you know? And I don't think when you start lying to yourself and you start to say, oh, I'm doing it for the kids, I don't believe that. I think that's like, it's something you wanted to do is chase the big dollars, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's a point that you have to do it. You're doing it like, you know, you have to do it. But then past that point, it's something you have to decide, like, what do you want to do? Do you want to see them, spend time with them? Do you feel that you are going to be able to give them the things that you need to give them or whatever? So, yeah. Oliver Ekman says, I almost was the last Volk fight. Look, I think I do think Rob and Volkanovski will win these fights. I do think that. I don't see, in particular with Costa, I think Costa's several levels, like several levels below like Strickland, Adesanya, Duplessis, Rob, Chimaev, even Imavov. I think Imavov mollywops. I don't know if he mollywops him, but he beats him. He beats Costa over 5 rounds, I think. Oh, Imavov slows down. Like, that'd be an interesting fight. Imavov and Costa. I think Ikram Aliskerov beats Costa pretty bad. Do you know what I mean? I think like there's a few guys in there that beat Costa. Costa's a big, strong boy that can take a beating. You got to give him that. But if you look at the fights, like, nothing against Vettori, but you see Vettori's fights. He had a boxing match with Delice. He had a close boxing match with Delice too. He got beat up by Cannonier, beat up by Rob, beat up by Adesanya, and then he beat Costa. Do you get what I mean? This is where you have to understand that. SG says, I think Imavov and Brendan Allen can beat Costa. They could. The problem with both those guys is that neither one has really good pop on their punches. You know, Imavov more than Brendan Allen, and yeah, Imavov more than Brendan Allen, I would say. SG says, I totally understand it now when fighters say they're willing to retire so they can be there for their kids' childhoods. Yeah, man. I think sometimes people get this mixed up. I was talking to someone the other day and he's like, well, what do fighters, this is on a side note, but, you know, well, what's a fighter meant to do? How's he meant to pay his bills and that? if you've ever dealt with someone that has CTE or that has real bad CTE or things like that, and you understand that there's no going back from some of the stuff that these guys have, like you would, like someone like Ferguson, I would say fucking stop, because it's not even a financial thing anymore. It's just like this guy's not going to be okay later. It's not just, oh, how do I pay my mortgage, or how do I, this is a financial problem, blah 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 blah. But the costs you're going to incur later in life are insane, because you're damaging your brain, dude. You're going to have serious issues, and somebody there has to be able to say, hey dude, like it doesn't matter, like just financially, you know what I mean? Emilio says Costa has talked his way into keeping his number 6 ranking. I think Costa is a tough, like Costa's perfect there, because Costa's a tough guy. He's good looking. He's got a presence. He knows how to talk on the camera, and he's a good guy to fight these guys like a Rob that's coming off a loss, or like a young guy that's coming up to, you know, because Rob's going to bash him today, dude. You know what I mean? And he's a good jumping off point for a rock hold or something like this. Emilio wrote, washed rock hold decision. Yes. Dame, mi amor. Dame. Ay, gracias, baby girl. ¿En dónde están las peleas? ¿Quieres venir acá y decir hola? No. Okay. I'm going to go watch TV. All right. Vení acá y decir hola. Vení. I'm going to watch the B movie. Yeah, you can watch the B movie, but vení acá y decir hello. Hello. Let's say hello. Hello. Yeah. Okay, off you go. Cerrar la puerta. Cooper Marin says Vittori beat him and he has like -5 pop. Yeah, the thing with Vittori as well, Costa landed some big shots on Vittori, and Vittori's got a cinder block head. Let's be real. If Vittori wasn't Vittori, maybe Costa would have got him out there. The other myth that I don't believe is this thing about Costa hitting like the gods. Like, man, I'm sure he'd knock me out, but I don't think like the guys that he's knocked out. Where is this list of like top fighters that he's knocked out? You know what I mean? This is not the same thing as you telling me he's knocked out. There's no one on that list that he's knocked out that Israel or Rob, you know, wouldn't have knocked out. In fairness, with the Uriah Hall fight, even like Uriah was getting the better of the stand-up, like landing the jab, out-jabbing him. He's not going to out-jab Rob. He's not going to out-jab Rob. Rob's much faster than him, dude. And so I don't see that. Vittori took some big shots, you know what I mean? Like if he wasn't Vittori, he would have won. He probably would have stopped him, but he was. So what do you do? Your dog says, I haven't watched you in ages, but do you have anything to do with Rob anymore? I hope he gets a win. He looked good first round of the Dricus fight. No, I don't have anything to do with Rob. Like we went our own ways probably, I don't know, 5 years ago or something now, 4 years ago. I don't know exactly when, but a while ago. And man, Rob's super talented. He can definitely get this job done. I think he's gonna smear Costa, to be honest with you. Beetlejuice says, child number 4, congrats Playboy, nice work. How many more kids you're aiming for after the 4th? No, that's 4 is it. And I'm 44 now, man. You know what I mean? And like, I didn't want to, nothing, not saying no judgment, just saying my piece. Like, I didn't want to have kids much later than this. You know what I mean? Rob McKenzie says, hey Fab, I see a lot of dementia patients in my work, and the similarities with CTE is scary. Yeah, like there was Willie Tonga was on my podcast, man, and he was speaking about like some of the stuff he goes through and everything. And it's no fucking joke, dude. Like, that's why when people are talking about it and they go, well, how's he going to pay off his mortgage? And I think, like, dude, that's fucking a difference. Like, it's a different conversation, because you don't see these guys when they're 55. You don't see them. You don't know what happens to them, you know? So, and I don't think a lot of people give a shit what happens to them later in life. So it's very, very scary. You know, I've dealt with people that have like dementia and CTE and everything, and it's sad and it's scary, man. Like, it's not It's not okay. Through says, what's your first language, Fab? I'm so curious what the default thinking language is for many bilingual people, the inner monologue. My inner monologue is in English, and my first language is in Spanish. My first language is Spanish, but my inner monologue is English for sure. And it's funny, look, when you say that, there was a book by Chomsky actually that it spoke about how you're like different people in different languages, and it's true, because like sometimes you've suffered trauma in a particular language or a particular time in your childhood, etc., and you're a completely different person. He's much smarter than me, so I don't know, he worded it a lot differently and a lot better and more articulate and more succinct and concise than me, but it is an interesting thing. Adam Yusuf says, hello, good afternoon, Mr. Fab. I hope you're doing well. Best blessings and wishes to you and your family. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it, man, and right back at you. Jaden Wanganeen says, he's wobbled people, but he's not finished anyone of note. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Costa doesn't hit you hard. Look, I'm not going to line up to go fucking crack me. Is he Francis Ngannou? Once one hit quit? No. Is he the way he punches though is like kind of almost like a push, and it's actually more effective when he punches to the body. I feel the way that he strikes, because he's kind of slow to hit the head. Like he kind of wings his shots and he's a little bit slow. So the way that he punches, I think, is really good for the body, and he does do body work. He's not dangerous. He's a big, strong guy that can fight. But I can't even justify him being in the rankings, to be honest with you. Like, he lost to Israel. He lost to Vettori. Vettori's, I don't know where Vettori's ranked, but 6, 7, you know what I mean? And then this guy beat Rockhold, who, Rockhold was one of the best ever, but this was a long time ago. Like, if I wait on a long enough timeline, I'll probably even beat Danny DeVito. But this isn't, we're talking about here and now. Hassan Ahmed, salam alaikum. He says, hey, Fab, I'm currently in Mecca. Just finished praying. This city never sleeps. How are you, Hassan? Good to have you back on the podcast, mate. Thank you so much. SG Kopilov. Hassan's going to go places, mate. I think he's either finished studying law or was studying law or is a solicitor, but one of these things he's doing. This is going to be a cracker fight, Kopilov and Hernandez. Hernandez doesn't stop. He keeps coming forward and Kopilov can crack. The big thing that's going to happen here is how good has Kopilov's wrestling become? His wrestling and grappling. Because if his wrestling and grappling has improved, he's going to be a fucking handful. Kopilov can go far in this division, says SG. Yeah, that's basically what I just said. Then Emilian says, I'm not sure about your nationality, but your Spanish sounds like it's from Uruguay. It is. My mum and dad are from Uruguay. Cooper Marion says, I died laughing at, yes, you can watch B-movie. Some things are worldwide. Yeah, it's funny, eh? SG says, Fab, do you think Pereira will be a more dangerous threat to the light heavyweight division now that he's training with the MMA god Steven Seagal? The problem is with Pereira is that at some point age is going to get him, father time is going to get him, and again, it'll be just this guy came over here, he was past his prime, and he wrecked shop in the UFC. It was a scary man. It was him or Cejudo. I edged Cejudo as the best ever combat athlete that I've witnessed, that I've seen, followed closely by Pereira. There's like these people are fucking impressive. You know what I mean? Like, this is a really impressive resume to have. Bodybuilding News says, was recently reading about the Chomsky hierarchy in relation to programming languages. Yeah, that's the one, dude. That's the one. I like you, Bodybuilding News. I like you. We seem to share our reading material and whatnot. Cooper Marion says he didn't even lose to Vettori in the middleweight division, still couldn't beat him with probably 20 pounds on him. Yeah, this is fucking scary as well. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's without talent, dude, but I just, like, say for example, Machado Gary, right? I'm not saying he's not good, and he'll probably beat Jeff Neal, but I haven't seen him beat anyone or be tested by anyone of note at this point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he did well against Magny. He bashed Magny. He's bashed a few people, but But I'm sorry, I can't say, oh, he beat this guy. Like if you told me he pieced up Leon Edwards, or not even pieced up Leon Edwards, if you told me he had a close fight with Leon Edwards, a 3-round fight, they were close for 2.5 rounds, and then Leon caught him and knocked him out, I'd be like, this guy's good. Because sometimes you watch guys fight, they might get stopped in the first round. This is what MMA fans don't get. The guy who got stopped in the first round, he's shit. The guy's so much better. No, if you eat shit in the first round, it could have been a close first round, and that might be a closer fight than you go 5 rounds and nothing much happens, All right, we're about to start. I love Kopilov's Russian throw. All right, we're off, people. Kopilov in the southpaw stance, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47. Hernandez trying to get out. Oh, hits him with a lead right hand, but Kopilov backpedals and hits him with a straight left. Kopilov in the southpaw stance, controlling the center of the octagon. They're trying to win the hand battle of their lead hands there. Hernandez is doing a good job of trying to get outside of, goes looking for a double leg, does Hernandez, but he was kind of wrong-footed, and Kopilov did a good job of stuffing the takedown. Hernandez is doing a really good job of getting outside the lead foot, but Kopilov has hit him with a nice little calf kick to try and keep him inside that lead foot. And I think Kopilov is going to try and hit that calf like that. Yeah, and then he threw it. He threw that big left hand that Kopilov has. Hernandez is tough, though. Hernandez is a very, very tough guy. He's got a win over Brendan Allen in the LFA. And again, I'm not shitting on Brendan Allen. I think he's a young guy that's got a lot of potential, but I don't think. Oh, Kopilov with a big kick to the body of Hernandez, and Hernandez absolutely felt that one. And then Kopilov goes looking for it up high. Hernandez recovers, but that was a very good body shot. You can see just the way Hernandez even now is holding that elbow a little bit tighter to the body. Kopilov land. That was a beautiful kick to the body by Kopilov. And he's got Hernandez backpedaling. He throws a kick. Hernandez catches it, partially landed. Hernandez wants his fight on the ground. Kopilov defends it. So it was 2 takedown attempts just there. He chained them together, did Hernandez. 3 minutes and 11 seconds to go in this first round. Hernandez goes, look, big left hand by Kopilov. And Kopilov hits him with another combination. Hernandez, at this point in time, he's felt Kopilov's power, and I believe the kick to the body did it. Hernandez is very, very, very game. But if the fight stays like this, I think that Kopilov is going to just pick him apart. Nice calf kick by Kopilov. Kopilov with the left hand. Oh, another kick to the body by Kopilov. It partially took it on the arms, did Hernandez, but those kicks, if you take it on the arms, can break your arms too. But it landed enough. Another calf kick by Kopilov. Kopilov's doing a great job of funneling him in. Oh, nice little flurry there by Hernandez. Lands a right hand, and he's in on a single leg with a head on the inside. He's going to look to run the pipe. Kopilov is doing a good job of defending this with an overhook. He sprawls out and pushes Hernandez down. Hernandez expending a lot of energy trying to get this fight to the ground with 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the first round. Hernandez is doing a good job here. He's doing a very, very good job. He needs to do this. He needs to close this distance. Watching Kopilov do what he was doing before was watching a guy like bounce a tennis ball and just go, just hitting it kind of whenever he wants. Kopilov has made space. That takes a lot out of you, man, when you shoot like that and you don't get the guy down. Kopilov's doing a great job of setting up this body kick here. And I said it, he punches inside, but Hernandez hits him with a big right hand, shoots in on the single leg, does Hernandez. Hernandez trying to switch to a double. Good underhook here by Kopilov. Hernandez goes back to a single. Hernandez goes looking to finish that single leg. Doesn't get it, but he's still pinning Kopilov up against a cage. He needs to do this. He needs to slow Kopilov down. He needs to make Kopilov work, and he needs to take that space away from Kopilov. He needs to make this an ugly, grinding fight, especially being the diesel that he is, But Kopilov's takedown defense is looking good, man. It's actually looking really, really good at this point. He needs to spread his legs because Hernandez could reach the other leg. He's fighting with the wrists here. Kopilov has the grip on the wrists. Hernandez goes looking once again to run the pipe and then switch to a double leg. All to no avail. He's got a left high underhook. and he's pushed Kopylov up against the cage. He looked for another double leg, doesn't get it. Kopylov is doing a great job of keeping his left hip pinned to the cage, which doesn't allow Hernandez to clinch his hands. He now has clinched his hands. He went to looking to throw him with a body lock, wasn't able to do it. Kopylov is back up against the cage. Hernandez is looking for a modified cradle, doesn't get it. Hernandez is doing a great job of holding Kopylov up against the cage, and it could be enough to steal this round because he is landing a few shots in there, and you can see, yes, he's now taken the back of Kopylov. I'm not necessarily... Not on the ground, he hasn't taken it, but it's like kind of like a modified parterre, high parterre on one stage. And now Kopylov is eating knees from Hernandez with 2 seconds to go in the first. And I think Hernandez has done enough to win this round. That's the problem with the diesel engine, mate. That is the problem with that diesel engine if you're going to fight him. He just keeps coming, and he's tough. And he's got, like I said, he's got the win over Brendan Allen. It was early on in their careers. I don't know if Brendan Allen is going to be a champ necessarily. I think maybe he doesn't have the pop in some of his shots, but he's very good technically. He's very, very good technically. Very, very, very good technically. So it says a lot about Hernandez. Cooper Marin says he didn't even lose. Yep. Heath Perry says, do I think there should be weight classes every 10 pounds, 65, 75, 85, and 95? I'll be honest with you, dude. I don't really see enough depth at this point. Not at this point, maybe in 10, 15, 20 years to have that many weight divisions. Like you still see guys playing musical chairs at the top of each division sometimes for years. Like lightweight is a good example. Middleweight almost has that as well, where you're just same 4 or 5 guys playing kind of musical chairs. You don't see necessarily enough contenders coming through, in my opinion, how I would like to see the fights. I'd like to see, if you told me, no, man, there's guys coming through all the time, yeah. That's just how I see it. I mean, I could be completely wrong. Oh, right hand by Hernandez. Kopylov lands a little check hook as he's moving back. Hernandez with an inside kick. Kopylov once again looking to kick the body. Hernandez is tough, dude. That's what... Oh, ripped to the body by Kopylov. Oh, my God. That little left hand ripped to the body by Kopylov. Man, if you've never been ripped to the body, you haven't lived. That stuff hurts, man. It really, really hurts. It just shows Hernandez is tough as hell, but he can't take too many of those because it slows him down, and his biggest weapon is the diesel engine, you know? Hernandez is corralling him back, but Kopylov is landing shots. They're landing on the arms of Hernandez. He went low and high then with the left kick, and Hernandez is just a dog, man. He gets in the clinch and he's making it messy, but he can't take too many of these shots by Kopylov. He's taken Kopilov's biggest shots though. Nice knee by Kopylov. Bit of showboating by Hernandez. Hernandez throwing right hands, trying to make it ugly in the clinch. Kopylov falls down. Hernandez is looking to take his back. He's got one hook in. He's in low parterre is Kopylov. Kopylov gets to his feet, but Hernandez has the hook on the side of the cage. Oh, he doesn't anymore. He's just pushed him up against the cage. But those shots to the body, man, you feel them. You feel them, you know? Yeah, so I don't necessarily think it would be a bad idea to have those divisions, but I just don't think there's enough depth at this point. Kopilov's doing a fantastic job of defending here. And, Hernandez gets him down with 2 minutes, 53 seconds to go. But I'm going to tell you something, man. You have to be looking for the body triangle. He's in deep. He's in deep on this. He's going to get this, man. He's going to get this choke. It's in so deep. But you have to be Kopylov did a good job putting his back on the floor, but he's in a really bad position. Now he gives his back up again. Let's see if he is going to manage to get up to his feet. But regardless, I think he's going to take a lot of the pop of his punches. He's in deep on the rear naked choke is Hernandez. I don't know if Kopylov is fighting the hands still. Is he going to, but you can still choke here with one hand. I don't know if Kopylov is going to be able to get his back to the floor. Hernandez is using a lot to finish this as well. They're both using a lot. There's 2 minutes to go. That's plenty of time for Hernandez to finish this. Kopylov looks like he's going to go out. It looks like he's going to go out. I don't know if Hernandez has squeezed himself out, though. Yeah, Kopylov is going to get out. Kopylov is going out. Put your back on the floor, Kopylov. Oh, and Hernandez again goes for the choke. This time it's deep. Hernandez knows it. They both know it. It's in super deep. He taps. It's over. But I'm going to tell you something, dude. If you're not Hernandez, you're not taking a lot of those shots, man. You're not taking a lot of those shots. I was impressed with Kopylov. I don't think he's going to go the whole way. Hernandez is tough. He's a dog. I don't know how far he's going to go. I don't see him necessarily having, again, the same pop in his punches, certain things that I don't see him having, but he is so tough that I don't know. It's such an X factor, man. It's such an X factor because he took some big shots. Like if you're not him, Kopylov would have folded you if you're not Hernandez. Like, yeah, you can look at the technique and the double leg and he gets him down, but the reason he got him down was Kopylov got tired, man. He threw everything at him and it was just, yeah. Rob McKenzie, you gentlemen, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. My kids will eat today. You guys saw my little kids. They will eat today because of Rob McKenzie. Not all of them, but some of them. Thank you very much, Rob McKenzie. Thank you, sir. Emilio says, would you say the same lack of testing will go for Topuria? I don't think Topuria is as experienced as Volkanovski. No way in the world. This is obvious. But, I mean, if you look at the wins, we're just looking at the wins, you know, of Topuria. So he's beaten Ryan Hall, who's very, very, very proper, good grappler, you know, blah, 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 blah. Jay Herbert's a solid fighter. Bryce Mitchell is a very good fighter, and he beat Josh Emmett. Thingo doesn't have wins like that. You know, like, yes, Yoel Romero, but Yoel Romero was few and far between, and it's a great name value. And this was after Romero had fought Rob, after he'd had eye surgery, and Romero wasn't on any kind of win streak or anything like this. So I'd say Topuria is the better fighter out of Costa and Topuria. Topuria is better by a fair margin, more tested, more current as well, more current. Like he's beating guys and now he's winning now, like against guys that are there fighting, you know, trying to get a win, you know. Whereas I'm not saying Costa isn't, but like his last win was against Rockhold, against an old Rockhold coming back that is like at altitude, you know what I mean? And he didn't look good doing it. It was kind of like the Tavares, who I'm a massive fan of, Tavares versus Weidman. Like that's a fight for you to beat the shit out of that guy. And I'm a huge Weidman fan, you know what I mean? So like Bryce Mitchell's solid, you know what I mean? Very, very, very solid. And Josh Emmett's solid, you know, they're solid. No way has he got the experience of a Volkanovski or anything like that. But for his age, he's like 26, 27 years old, and what he's accomplished, very good. Very, very, very good. Hassan Ahmed says, thank you, Fab. Appreciate the kind words. I'm on my placement year doing a legal placement. I graduate next year. Congratulations, man. Good for you. Thruha says, I feel so at home when Uncle Fab says bashed. Why do you want to explain that a little bit more? Adam Yusuf says, thank you so much, Sir Fab, and much appreciation for all you do. Thank you, sir. Aussie-born Kiwi says, Alan is going to be an awesome gatekeeper, hard guy to beat for sure. Don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on Alan. Alan's very, very good. You know, like he's very, very, very good, in particular in the grappling department. I don't know. I'm not saying that he can't be champion or whatever. When he has stepped up and he fought a Chris Curtis and he fought a Sean Strickland, and they were the coming out parties, there were in at least at that point in his career, there was a wide margin. There was a wide margin between them, in my opinion. Obviously, Strickland is a monster. You know what I mean? He really is. And Curtis is as well, you know, in his own way, but like not enough. And he's a heavy hitter with good takedown defense, a hard. And Brendan Allen doesn't have the best wrestling and he doesn't have heavy hands, but he's got really good jiu-jitsu. So I see that being Chris Curtis being a bad matchup for Allen. Allen's got a chin on him though, but I think at the top end, if you don't have pop in your punches, it's a big problem. It's a big problem. He's not going to be an easy fight for anyone though. Nate Free says, love your work, mate. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Guys, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you get the notifications. UG Member says, was good, Fab. I love how respectful and untoxic your chat is. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, man. That's just how I am, man. I try not to be. I don't even have to try. I don't like it, to be honest with you. Oliver Ekman says, best chat on YouTube. Thank you, sir. Mamba says, facts. It's so wholesome. Thruha says, Fab commands respect and we respect in kind. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, Dog says, I think Ian Gary versus Jeff Neal will be fight of the night. It could potentially be fight of the night. Another one that could be fight of the night, not because I think it'll be close, because I think that that Rob's going to bash Costa. He's going to bash him. Like proper, like bash him, you know? But Costa, if Rob can't get him out of there, Costa's tough enough to stay in the fight and throw bombs, and which makes a fight exciting. But will it be close? No. I don't think any of them are going to land. I think Rob's... There's just different levels. Like, it's not even like 1 or 2 levels between them. Like, this, I'm not even shitting on Costa. I hope he gets paid, you know? I hope he gets paid. I'm just saying... And he is getting paid, but and what he's achieved, just so people understand, what he's achieved to this point is nothing short of phenomenal. But there's a level, not one level, there's 3 or 4 levels between him and Rob, you know? Rob is up there with any time, any point in history, him and Israel, Romero, Strickland. I'll say I haven't seen enough of Dricus at the top end, you know, like what I saw before was like he wins. He knows how to win. So maybe even put him in there. You could put those guys in any era and you could put them in the top 5 in any era. I don't know if they're top 5 of all time. Israel, you have to admire his body of work. He's probably, in my opinion, the best middleweight to ever do it, just based on the body of work. Now you look at like Weidman's another guy like that. At his peak, put him in any era, he could fight for the belt. Rockhold, the same deal. Belfort, especially when he was juiced to the gills, like, which is, you know, people saying, no, he did, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. Like, a lot of these guys are juiced to the gills. Another dude, Henderson, these guys were fucking monsters in their time. So these, you know, Rob belongs in that sort of thing. Like, Costa doesn't beat any of those guys. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk about Costa at his prime, which is now fighting Anderson Silva in his prime. No. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to talk about like this is, and I'm not being like I'm just saying to you, it's just not what it is. You're not going to say, yeah, Vettori could fight Rockhold in his prime. Vettori could fight. I mean, he could fight him, but he's not going to win. Vettori couldn't fight Weidman in his prime. Henderson, like these guys were monsters, you know. And Rob's right up there. So there's several levels between them. And then Vettori beat Costa, you know. So it's just a different thing. Blake, if you're listening to this, yes, Harry won his division. You know, the thing is, I'm going to say something about this on a different level, on a different note here. Jesus, with KO, how long do they spend between fights, dude? I think, though, you do need chats like, I'm a fan of the MMA Guru because I like to have different people saying different stuff, different narratives, different opinions. I think is very important. I don't think it's good to just get one from one source. Like if you just, the UFC have to do their narrative, you know what I mean? They have to do their narrative. They have to do their sport. They have to do their promotion. And I'm all for it. You know, I'm all for that. But I think, you need to have people like the MMA guru, like whoever, probably MMA guru. I'm just, let's say him, because even though he's very different to me, I'm not like him, but I think he says some cool things, and he calls shit a lot of the times, just how it is. You know what I mean? Just how it is. Um, all the boys won. So as of today, Blake Barden, he's a black belt who trains with us, is one of the coaches in my little gym. I've got a tiny little gym, so he's the number one black belt in Australia. And congratulations to Blake. Give me 1 second. Yeah, AFBJJ number one black belt in Australia, no gi. And I believe that Trent and Harry in their respective weight divisions are the number one white belts. So good for them. We got a future with these guys. They're very, very good grapplers. So we'll see how it goes. Blake will be going to ADCC trials. So give me 1 second. I'll tell him to get on the chat. He's probably with his kids, but yeah. 1 sec. Yeah, I'm telling him to get on the chat. So no, Blake will be going to ADCC trials. He was a very good wrestler. Like, he's trained with me since he was a little boy. He was actually trained with Volkanovski too, and Volkanovski was little. Blake's like a proper good grappler. So we'll see what happens. Cooper Marin says Kopolov got 8, saw that coming. Fluffy's going to be really dangerous for the rest of the division. I think Fluffy is a problem. I do think he is a problem for a lot of these guys. It's hard to keep someone off you that's that tough and that's got that diesel engine and can keep coming. But I'll also say this to you. He ate some big shots, man. He ate some big shots. Aussie Born Kiwi says, Max in the Q&A said UFC didn't want to give him Ilya because he could have beat him. Do you think the same? Yeah, probably, but yeah, well, the thing is, you want different guys. You can't just have Volkanovski, and if I'm a promoter, I can't just have Volkanovski and fucking Holloway fight ad nauseum. You know what I mean? I can't do that. Like, it's just, and even if I'm Volkanovski, I'm going to be like, dude, I'm not going to fight Max a 7th and 8th and 9th time. There's other guys I'd rather fight. And I don't think Ilya thinks that. If you asked Ilya, he'd be like, I'll bash Max too. But if I was Ilya, I'd go, no, I don't want to go through Max. I don't want to go through anyone. I want the champion. I want the highest returns. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the UFC needs to give Volkanovski someone different. Like, otherwise you have this musical chairs thing. And unfortunately for Max, he's so clearly the second best in that division that unfortunately he's not going to be able to be the gatekeeper because he'll beat the other guys. You know what I mean? So I think that that's a big problem. But we're going to see. We're going to see what happens today. Emilia says, Fab, you've worked with a UFC fighter in Rob. Would you be open to working with a pro BJJ athlete? I've worked with a lot, mainly grapplers I've worked with, actually. Like, I worked in high performance sport my whole adult life. So worked in wrestling, Olympic freestyle wrestling, rugby league, and like Brazilian jiu-jitsu, combat sports, stuff like that. So I already work with these guys, you know what I mean? I already work with that. And I usually like to work from grassroots level, from like a beginner level sort of thing. Max Peach says, when's the Volk fight? I would imagine that not for another couple of hours or another hour and a half or something. Thrill House says, regarding bashed, I feel at home, like Australian. I thankfully had a very good vanilla home life. Muffins, not hands for smoker. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get water. Big Pelican says, Fab, you're a top bloke. I have my moments, mate. I have my moments. Yeah, no, I do. But I do think that Costa's going to get the bash. Bad. Like, I do think that. Like, I just don't see. Also, this myth about him being just this freak. I haven't seen him monster dudes, like the top end guys. I just haven't seen him monster anyone. Like, fuck. You know what I mean? And people don't understand. Like, they like, Rob's fucking strong, dude. Like, he's fucking strong and he looks different. Like, as in, like, I don't even know, because I don't even know how people look at him and don't think he's fucking big and strong. But he maybe doesn't have like he's not like long, like tall, broad shouldered like some of these guys are, because he's a fucking like built like a Polynesian dude, man. He's got big legs, big bum, big thick Polynesian bones, big thick skull. He's fucking strong, dude. Like, I'm telling you, like, unless Rob's been blazing the fucking crack pipe, he's not going to get, these speed kills, dude. And Costa can't even come close to Rob with speed and footwork. It's just not going to happen, dude. It's just not going to happen. He might come out and monster, like, just not so much like that Andreas Michailidis did to Pereira in the first round. You go fucking mental in the first round and maybe you win the first round, but you can't do that for 15 minutes. So this is a different thing altogether. Jim, you champion. Thank you so much, Jim. Jim says, the guru did a spot on impression of you. Also, shout out to all the teachers out there. Hit that like button, support local farmers and podcasters. Yeah, man, buy local. Thank you, Jim. You're a champion. Yeah, he's done an impression of me a couple of times. People have sent it to me. He's a funny guy, dude. Like honestly, dude, I actually think good for you, man. Like, because I've seen him from years ago, maybe 5 years ago, something like this. And he just built his channel. Like, and the thing is, dude, that it's organic, dude. It's real. What he says is real. He seems like that's what he actually thinks. Like, if we were sitting here talking like that's what he'd be like. And I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the shit that he says a lot of the time, man. A lot of the times it's fucking real. There's stuff as well, because I work in high performance sport and education and this and that. Also, like, I'm not going to speak like that. I'm going to, like, I can't say certain things, like I wouldn't talk about guys that I've trained with or that I've trained, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say that, or that I've seen train. I wouldn't be like, oh, so-and-so knocked so-and-so. Nah, so-and-so's grappling shit. You know what I mean? Like, no, I wouldn't say that. Oh, sorry, dude. Kay's production says, Rob looked really good coming into this. He always does, but this one is different too. He looks focused. Dude, like, people say all that shit. Like, he's always going to be, you know what I mean? It's not like people aren't. It's always revisionist history with like fights and sports. It's always like, oh, and then this happened. Man, it is what it is. The fight's on. It's on. You know what I mean? Robin McKenzie says, when Fab's as big as Joe Rogan, we can say we were there at the beginning. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Let's fucking hit the subscribe button. Oliver Ekman says, Jim, hell yeah, brother. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. It's always, but it is always revisionist history. People always saying that, like, oh, so-and-so look good. Dude, you know how many times I've been with guys? You'll never know, and I'm never going to say, but you know how many times I've been with people either working with rugby league players, working with different athletes, working with wrestling, and the dudes like had gastro the night before, felt like shit, hadn't trained properly, and they go out there and they get a fucking win, dude, for whatever the reason. Because you got to understand, like, it's not just how I'm feeling. The other guy's going through shit too. So you just got to believe that. One of the things that I've learned and that I say to people is it's got nothing to do with how you feel. You can feel like shit and still go out there and perform, and you don't know. It's in the hands of God. You know what I mean? However you see that. So once you take that pressure off yourself and you understand there's no correlation. I feel good. I'm going to have a good day. There are things outside of your control. You get to work and you got some degenerate, like sociopathic middle manager micromanaging what you do, saying stuff to you, whatever. And now all of a sudden you had a shit day. You know what I mean? So I think it's got nothing to do with that. You just got to, when you're there, We're going to fight. We're going to fight no matter what. And it kicks off. That's why people go, he walked in, he was tense. He walked in, so-and-so was dancing, and then he was all right. And then, so-and-so lost, Israel lost. He looked stiff. Man, if he had landed a right hand flush on Strickland and knocked him out, everyone would have said, wow, he looked good. Because I'll tell you something, he did not look good in the second Pereira fight where he fought. Pereira was piecing him up. But Israel's tough as fuck, man. He's tough as fuck, and he landed that right hand and knocked him out. But he did not do that to Strickland. I don't know what Israel was going through in the Pereira fight. I'd imagine he'd be feeling a lot of pressure. So you can't, you don't know. Cooper Marion says, Fab, did you see John Jones drunkenly heckling at an open mic? No, but that would be terrifying, man. That would be terrifying. That would be so terrifying. Oliver Ekman says, Wanderlei in the Hall of Fame. Let's go. Oh, man, Wanderlei, there's people that get you into MMA. Wanderlei was the one that got me out of MMA. When I was young, I've got bad knees, so I've never really been able to, with elite sport, really be able to push all in with any sport. Like any sport, no matter what sport I did, my knees are shocking. Maybe if I'd been a swimmer, it would have been all right. But so I never could have gone and said, oh, pam. But when I seen Wanderlei fight back in the day in Pride, I was like, no. This isn't for me, dude. This is not for me. No matter how good my knees are, I do not want to be staring down that monster at any point in my life, not even at the bus stop. Rob McKenzie says, Harry, if you become a UFC champion, can I get some front row seats? I think if Harry becomes UFC champion, we have to do something. We have to do something for sure. We do have to do something if Harry becomes UFC champion. I don't know if we'll be able to get everyone front row seats, but we'll do something. I'll promise you guys that. If we get another champion through this podcast, which we could, I will remember that I said this and we will do something. I promise you. Oliver Ekman says, what weight class does Harry compete at? He'd be a flyweight. Blake from the Lake says, thank you, sir, for all the help. Keen to see where this goes. That's Blake, guys. That's a number one AFBJJ guy in Australia, Blake from the Lake. Wrestled since he was a little boy, jiu-jitsu black belt. He's, as of today, number one guy in Australia in AFBJJ rules, right? I'm going to not, we have some really good grapplers in Australia under different rule sets. And, they're very, very good. So I'm not saying Blake is the only good grappler in Australia. I'm not saying that. There are some fantastic grapplers in Australia. But under AFBJJ ranking system at this point, Blake is number one, and you can't take that away from him. So congratulations. These two are going to go off, mate. This is high level guys, man. These are very high level guys. They touch gloves, we're off. Both guys in the orthodox stance. Cejudo controlling the center of the octagon, 53, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47. Looking very, very good here, guys. Both guys. Oh, spinning wheel kick by Merab. I start to lean into the fights, so I'll just bring my phone closer. Oh, they're swinging, man. These guys are swinging. An interesting thing here I'll talk later. Both kind of just, they have exchanged leg kicks at the moment. Henry's doing a good job of managing the distance a little bit. Big right hand by Merab. Both guys came out to get each other's respect, and they did. They definitely did. Went low on a nice. Cejudo's striking is looking really good. Nice. He's looking really good, man. He's swinging for the fences, but he's in a controlled manner. He's controlling the distance. Merab with a little level change. These guys, and as well at bantamweight, they can crack. That's one of the things that they can really do is crack, these two guys. Oh, Merab's wobbled by a big left hook from Cejudo. Cejudo's he's showing his experience. He didn't jump on him, but he definitely cracked him, dude. Cejudo with a body lock and hits him with the right hand on the break. Merab is okay. He looks to have recovered, but he knows that Cejudo's definitely got the more fluid of strikes. The more fluid striking out of the two. Man, That was a big left hand. Nice little leg kick by Merab. Merab once again throws a jab. He's just the thing with both of these guys is you can see that they respect each other's power, they respect each other's grappling abilities. Oh, nice single leg by Merab. Cejudo doing a good job of defending it. Merab gets a foot sweep and gets Cejudo down. I'm going to speak about this in a second. It was something I wanted to speak about earlier. Merab Cejudo with a butterfly goes to high parterre and he's back to his feet, spinning elbow on the break. Very nice little single leg by Merab. And he knows he can do this to Cejudo, and obviously that's Merab's game. Oh, he takes Henry down by Henry with a brilliant... Man, wanted to say this before the fight started. Great job. I spoke about this yesterday, though, but Henry did a fantastic job of scrambling and getting on top now. He's passed basically to a Turk ride. He's doing a good job of pinning Merab down. And we were talking about this before. Yesterday, we were talking about Merab's crazy cardio, and I said it depends if he's the one dictating. One of the things that's happening in this fight, he's not dictating this pace. He's not doing it. And I said if Cejudo can get him down early, which I said Cejudo is one of the guys that can wrestle with Merab in the open mat, and I do believe that we're going to see Cejudo do that. And I don't know if Cejudo listened to my podcast yesterday, but that's what he did. That is exactly what he did. That's one of the things that I saw him doing. Fantastic job. Fantastic job. And this, one of Merab's biggest weapons is his cardio. And he's not dictating the pace, not at all. He's looking for that wrist ride is Cejudo. Merab's doing a great job of keeping him away with the butterfly. Gets up. Cejudo takes his back. He's in low parterre is Davashvili. He's defending in low parterre. Goes for a Granby roll, kind of leg lock, doesn't get either. Goes to high parterre. Cejudo's got a body lock. Davashvili's fighting the hands. It goes over to the cage, leans into the cage. Cejudo with some knees to the bum. 48 seconds to go. Nice little knees to the legs. They're not doing a huge amount of damage, but he's getting the control time. He's getting the ride time. He's the one that's landed the bigger shots. He's the one that landed the takedowns. Great job by Cejudo. Cejudo's looking for these takedowns, but I think he's quite content to just 24 seconds to go, hold Merab up against the cage, and he's going to win this round. And Merab's not getting the chance to... Oh, nice knee up the middle by Cejudo. He's not getting the chance to dictate the pace. 1-2 by Henry. Nice. 7 seconds to go. Definitely Henry's round now, unless something crazy happens. 1, done. All right. What I was going to say is a lot of the times when people talk about judo, wrestling, gold medalists, ADCC gold medalists, most of the time those guys will do well if they want to fight because they're great athletes. They're great athletes. They're going to learn everything else that they have to learn. If they want to fight, not all of these guys want to fight. Number one. Number two is, say you're a gold medalist wrestler. It doesn't mean you have the best single legs or double legs in the world. It doesn't mean that, because at those levels, like the jiu-jitsu, the wrestling, or the judo, it's a game. It's not even a fight anymore. Judo, it's like the grips. Who gets the best grips? BJJ in a gi, who gets the best grips? Massive. It's gonna dictate what happens. It's not even so. A lot of that's not even applicable. Like you could be, a perennial top 10 contender in BJJ or judo or wrestling, but your wrestling or grappling style really translate well to MMA. And so like it's a game. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that even Cejudo there might be elements, in particular in MMA, where Merab is a better grappler, wrestler than Cejudo. But in a wrestling match, it's different because the game of wrestling, Cejudo will smash you. But the level of athlete that Cejudo is to win a gold medal is a different animal. Very, very good round by Cejudo. 4 minutes and 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43. Nice work. Both men in the orthodox stance. They're both just outside of each other's range, kind of pouring with their hands out there. But like I said, they both respect each other's skill. This is very interesting. Oh, nice little kind of shovel hook jab thing from Cejudo. Nice leg kick by Cejudo. And this is the thing as well. I say with 3-round fights are very different to 5-round fights. Oh, nice single leg. Takes the back by Cejudo. Nice single leg. It's what I said yesterday. I said, this is the guy that can wrestle with him in the open mat. He's very smart, Cejudo. This is what I said. This is a guy who can make these adjustments because of the level of fighter that he is. Merab defended him. Merab knows he's behind him points, and he knows this. They're exchanging in the middle. So Cejudo goes looking for a takedown again and hits him with a left hook on the break. But Cejudo knows this. Like, he's not even trying to wrestle him as much on the cage because the open mat suits him better. He can do that better than most. Oh, Cejudo took the kick on the arms and went looking for a counter right. Merab steps in with a right and a left. Henry goes again looking for the single leg. He's in deep on the single leg, lets go of the single leg and hits him with a left hook. Merab's coming forward. They're both swinging. Henry looks like he took a big shot then. Merab's swinging those big shots. Here comes Merab, ladies and gentlemen. Front kick up the middle by Merab. Merab, his cardio is insane, dude. Front kick up the middle by Merab. That front kick landed. Henry still got pop on his punches, though. He's still got pop. Nice. Right to the body, left to the head from Henry. Left didn't land flush, but it landed. Oh, little left hand lands by Merab. Front kick up the middle by Merab. Oh, Henry swung on a left hook. Merab duck. He's in deep on a single leg. He's trying to get the single leg. Cejudo's doing a good job of defending it, but Merab tripped him and got him down. The thing is, Merab, I think we watched his fight, Sambo fight. He's a silver medalist, like recently, I think 2019 in Sambo. So he's still competing in Sambo, competing against these high level guys, you know. And the guy that beat him's good, man. Merab's looking for the back here, landing nice little knees to Henry. He's ragdolling Henry a little bit here, like sweeps Henry's legs out, gets him down. He's over the top of Henry. Henry's trying to get his head up higher than Merab, but it's difficult. Now he's got an underhook and he gets up to his feet. Ooh. One minute and 23 seconds to go, and it looks like it's a round apiece. Henry's definitely slowed down. Merab still got pop in those punches, man. Very, very nice work. Nice front kick up the middle by Merab. 1-2 from Henry. Henry goes for a single leg. He's got the single. Merab's in deep on this guillotine. He's got a front headlock guillotine. He's kneeing the head of Henry. Henry goes looking for a single leg. He's got both hands down on the ground, so Merab cannot knee the head. But Merab's in deep. He's got a nice front headlock guillotine here. The other thing you got to understand, like, not to say that, like, you got to understand, this guy's grappling is high level. The Georgian fellow Merab's a high level, and in the Caucasus, the level's high. Like, if you're like national combat sambo dude, national judo guy, wrestling, whatever, from those countries, you're fucking good. You know what I mean? You're really, really good. And yeah, I'm just reiterating that. He's looking for a front choke here, is Merab. And he's talking to people. He's talking. It's in deep, dude. I think he's going to get him. It's in deep. It's in deep. And the buzzer went. Dude, I thought Henry was dead. I thought he killed him. It was in so deep. Henry's like breathing hard, super hard. It's around the piece, though. This is what I say about 3-round fights. Like, it's very hard. If you're a lot better than another guy, it's very hard to beat him over 5 rounds. You can win a round or two here or there, but a lot of things happen in a 5-round fight. In a 3-round fight, you could drop him, just drop him, and you're probably going to win that round, you know? And so now the guy wins the next round. He's better than you. Now it's around a piece. And maybe you get a takedown on him and you win. And the other guy's like probably fair bit better than you. This front choke was in deep, man. All right. So it's around a piece, in my opinion. 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50. Oh, spinning back kick by Merab. Oh, nice little right hand at the top by Henry. And Henry looks smaller too. Like he's a little bantamweight. Like I don't like it'd be a problem against like a O'Malley or someone like that. Those guys are big, man. Like Aljamain Sterling's a big guy. Merab is bigger than Henry, and most of the time Merab's like a nuggety little guy, but he's bigger than Henry. Nice. He's in deep on a single leg. He's Merab, and he's hitting Henry. He's like big brothering him at flyweight, but he's getting older too. Henry, it's hard, but it's hard for him. I think especially like the style that he fights as well, and the way this guy that he's fighting is just going to keep coming forward, you know. And he doesn't have the pop in the punches anymore to get that respect off Merab, and Merab just keeps coming forward now. And he's holding Henry up against the cage and landing the knees to the legs. Henry's doing a good job defending, but Merab's just a monster, dude. Just a monster. He just keeps coming. He's holding Henry up against the cage. 3 minutes and 27 seconds to go. Henry's doing everything he can, but these are two high-level wrestler, grappler, judo, sambo guys. You know what I mean? Nice little calf kick by Henry. I mean, at this point, it's still anyone's fight. Oh, Merab lands a nice little jab. Merab goes looking for that single leg. Almost gets a takedown, does Merab. Henry does a good job of defending it. Oh, little right hand by Henry. 2 minutes and 54 seconds to go. Oh. Merab coming forward. I like to see a jab more from Henry, you know what I mean? Like, because Merab does look like he's slowed down a little bit, but Henry can't let him get his second win. If he just touched him with a jab, look, but he's not jabbing at all. He's not jabbing at all, Henry, or throwing even a front kick or something to keep Merab at bay, to keep him from being able to get his breath back or from being able to recover. It'd be good to see him throw a jab, you know? So Merab's in deep. Henry went looking for a guillotine. Merab has picked him up, walking him across the octagon, dumps him, and starts landing the ground and pound. And Merab's bigger, dude. He's a lot bigger guy. You can just see it when they're fighting here. Just a naturally bigger guy. I mean, people told me, no, that actually Henry was heavier. No, it was just like a bigger guy. Henry's got his butterflies here. He's obviously going to look to stand, and he manages, and he does. But Merab's all over him, man. 1 minute and 32 seconds to go. Nice little knees. No, this has been Merab the whole 2 rounds. Like the next 2 rounds has been all Merab. Yep. Henry is in a lot of trouble here. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. Merab's just pressuring. Henry's on his knees, and Merab's just pressing him to the cage, just sucking the life out of him, just making life awful for him. There's 47 seconds to go. You're completely playing catch up at this point if you're Henry. It's awful. 37 seconds to go. Your arms would feel like lead, completely lactic. Your lungs would be breathing, would be just burning, and you wouldn't They're still exchanging in the middle, but I don't think Henry's got the pop in his punches anymore. Merab doesn't respect him. There's 20 seconds to go. They're clinching. It's just like a dirty, awful fight. Henry's in on a double leg. Awful fight, but Merab's winning it clearly. Now he's landing big shots to the body as he hops on one leg, defending the single leg. 7 seconds to go. Merab's calling him on. Henry's coming forward. Done. That's a wrap. Merab won. Clearly won. Cooper Merritt says, I'm so incredibly hyped for this next fight. I don't have enough personal stakes to be nervous. So just hyped for the technicality. Yeah, it was. And if you're a fan of the wrestling and the grappling and that, it was good. You know what I mean? Cooper Merritt says, okay, I'm just going to skip a few. Cooper Merritt says, Fab, did you hear any rumors about Israel hitting his head, cutting weight before the Strickland fight? No, I didn't hear any of those rumors. Beetlejuice says, if we all get together for Harry, that means I would have to reveal myself. Well, we don't even have to get together like that. We'll work it out, mate. We'll work it out. Amelia says, at Blake from the Lake, what weight division do you compete at? So if he hasn't answered it already, Blake is, I believe, 30 or 31. And he generally competes under 77 kilos, but usually he goes in the under 88s in just like the normal competitions. Rob McKenzie says, welcome, Professor Blake. Cooper Merritt says, I'm always impressed by how freakishly calm Cejudo is in there. Yeah, no, he is, man. He is. I think Cejudo is fantastic, man. There you go. Blake answered that. Sorry, guys. I'm just going through the things. Heath Perry says, geez, Merab in a 5-round fight would be my worst nightmare. I would rather get knocked out. Yeah, it's bad because you can't get the little fellow off you. Cooper Merritt says, Merab just always ends up doing Merab things and everyone fades. It's true. Says, what is up with Henry's left arm? Yeah, he wasn't using it. It's swollen. He might have landed on it, but he wasn't jabbing in that. You know what I mean? And that's why, yeah. I would have thought you'd see him jab, so it probably hurt his arm. But this is, again, another thing is like, if it happens in the fight, it happened in the fight. If it happened outside of the fight and you take the fight, nobody cares. You took the fight. So with all respect to anyone, like if you fell over, whatever, nobody cares. Like it's shit. But people are all going through a myriad of stuff, you know, and you only hear about it when people lose. I just got back to my hotel. Who is winning, Fab? Merab just won. Oliver Ekman says, I can't stand Davashili. I would rather have him as champ than Sean. You know what, Oliver Ekman, I would have thought you would be a Sean Strickland fan. It just seemed like you would be a Sean Strickland fan. I never thought you would be anti-Strickland of all people. But there you go. I'll be back in a second, boys and girls. If there's any girls. I don't think there's any girls. Emilius, Oliver Ekman says, no, not Strickland, O'Malley. Yeah, I would have thought, man, you're from Iowa, shooting guns, the whole shit. I would have thought you would have been like a Strickland fan. Like you would have been like, yeah, Strickland, which fine, that's cool. Emilia says, Strickland 135 would be a sight, probably with no arms or legs, though. Oliver Ekman says, Fab's trolling. Cooper Marion says, I honestly forgot about the Ian Gary fight. This is going to be, to me, Ian Gary's proper first test. That's my honest opinion. Jim says, anybody got tips for indigestion? Me, doctor told me to change my diet, but I love my wallaby and milkshakes a bit too much, you know? Wow. I think, you know, it depends what causes indigestion. I have to be careful with my food as well. I've got bad IBS, man, so I have to be real careful. I try and eat pretty clean, as clean as I can. And another thing I've realized, and I've had to unfortunately like kind of separate myself from people, certain people, and that is like levels of stress. You know, levels of stress are really bad on your guts, man. Really, 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 really bad. And I have to try and separate myself from that. And that's one of the biggest things that have helped me was the change in that. But I try and like, because you know when the people talk about prebiotics, probiotics, and all of that, like one of the big things is that where that comes from fresh fruit, vegetables, blah 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 blah. If you eat before you're going to have whatever it is that you want to have, if you eat a variety of leafy green vegetables, like a lot of different, like you fill yourself up with vegetables and whatnot, I'll find that helps a lot with one, how much food you're going to eat, how much rubbish food you're going to eat afterwards, but you've already taken in foods with good vitamins, good prebiotics, etc. Blah 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 blah. So that's one of the things I found is like you can still eat the stuff you want to eat, but if you fill yourself up with like salads before you eat it, you're going to find that it's going to help you digest it, and it's also going to minimize how much of it you can eat. I think that's probably one of the best things that I've learned. And actually, I have to credit my wife for that. It wasn't even me. She always makes sure that me and the kids always have to have like fresh fruit and vegetables before every meal. Like you have to have them with the meal so that it helps with your digestion, and it helps your stomach and that, and it, man, changes, the game changer, man. Then you're pretty full. Like if you eat like a whole carrot, like eat 2 whole carrots, you'll be surprised how satiated you'll feel. Like you won't need to eat like a whole bunch of crappy foods. It's surprising, you know? So that's my take on that. Man, this thing just takes forever, the ads, man. Cooper Marion says Sean looks like a futuristic Cruella DeVille. I don't know who that is. Andre says, haha, Fab, I don't think I saw a single jab thrown that entire fight. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think maybe he hurt himself. I don't know. Harry DeLuca says, I just ordered the fight on KO soon as I got home and it's not working. Anyone know what to do? One of the boys here said to me that apparently it's just congested with thing. You got to order it a few hours before. That's what one of the guys said. And it took me a while to get it up, you know, so yeah. Cooper Marion says, drink a ton more water. That is true. That is true. Try and make probiotics every day. And if you can get some fiber supplements or Bena fiber to put in your water, even better. There you go. That's the thing. I think if you have, like what I said, a similar thing to what Cooper Marion said, but if you have like a whole bunch of, like if you have a salad before you think, it's kind of doing the same thing because of the fiber, etc. I am not a dietitian or nutritionist. I'm just talking about what my experiences have been. I'm not telling you to do that. Joseph says Ian Gary needs to see his opponent's AARP card before accepting a fight. Cooper Marion says Pepsid complete before bad meals. If you have that near you, just take it like 20 minutes before. Archie says, hey Fab, how are you, Archie? Jim says, IBS Club, thanks for the tips. Man, honestly, that's been an absolute game changer for me. Honestly, the massive. The stress though has been huge. Like there's been lifestyle changes I've done that just fucking massive, like just huge huge changes. There is definitely an effect on your stomach and your, yeah, for sure, with stresses and whatnot. And then like having like a variety of vegetables and stuff before you have your meal, I think it makes a huge difference. Archie says Merab is 33. How much longer can you keep the pace up, do you think? It's like I said, it's got a lot. It's not just the fitness and the pace. It's also got to do with the fact that he can dictate the pace. It's also got to do with the fact that he's the one putting you on your back or on the back foot, and he's dictating the pace. That's what I was saying to you. I think that's what Henry was going to try and do, which is what he kind of did in the first round. But he couldn't keep doing it. So I think Merab can keep doing it for a while, but I think he's going to have problems with an O'Malley. He's going to have problems with these longer guys that can kind of jab him at range. Amelia says, what some people do is buy the KO equivalent from different countries using a VPN. It's cheaper because of localized prices and usually has better service. Oh, dude, we're getting into some Mossad espionage kind of stuff. I don't know what Cooper Marion means by SKME. Yeah, I'll just try and... Oliver Aikman says, now I'm actually going to go get something to eat, Fab. Yeah, man. Cooper Marion says some other people just Google MMA streams and see where it takes them. Honestly, even back when I was a young buck, I found that by the time I'm through doing that shit, I'd rather just buy the fucking card and watch it. Do you know what I mean? Because you end up not getting to see all parts of the fights. It cuts off. It does this. It does that. Yeah. Rob McKenzie says, I can attest that at 53, fiber and probiotics are a daily routine or it's hemorrhoid city. Rob McKenzie, nothing but fire. No, but you have to look after yourself. Like the hubris of youth is different. Dude. Like you can do whatever you want when you're young, but as you start to get older, there's things you realize like you can't keep doing. You know what I mean? Like whether it's diet or whatever. Like another thing for me is I can't eat and then roll. Like almost say, for example, if I'm gonna roll and teach classes and all of this, I have to have eaten, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours before. Yeah, like I don't eat like if I got classes and I'm gonna roll at 11. And mind you, when I say roll, I'm nothing amazing. I'm not in there doing like Olympic rounds, but I'll go in there and, roll around a little bit just to stay fit. And I can't eat. Like, so the class is at 11:15. I can't eat. I have to go there fasted. You know what I mean? Because my body just doesn't digest. And I remember back in the day, I could do whatever I wanted, dude. I could do whatever I wanted. Now it's like, nah, you can't. I can't eat. But when I was younger, I used to probably throw it up too and thought it was just from training hard. Heath Perry says, Jeff Neal, live dog, I'm backing him. Gary is good though. Yeah, I mean, what are the odds on Neal? Minus 225 Ian Machado and Jeff Neal's plus 185. Yeah, I don't know if Jeff Neal's, if Ian Gary's like a 2-1 favorite, like to that point. Like I said, in my opinion, I'm not saying he's not good, but in my opinion, he's still untested. To me, this is his test. Now, is he going to do it? Yeah, probably. Archie says, Fab, are there any takedowns that are less taxing on your cardio than others? Yeah, if you can do like upper body drag downs, you know what I mean? Like the Dagestanis, like the Khabib's crew are very good at that. Even when they shoot double legs, a lot of times like they get a body lock and they drag you down. They're a lot less taxing. And then if you combine that with trips, it's very, very, very good. That's why you see like people talk about Khabib and Islam's wrestling, which is good, but they're judoka, dude. They're proper judoka. You know what I mean? Like they're not like you saw. I don't know if it wasn't Uzbekistan, but it might have been Tajikistan or somewhere like that. They had their nationals, and Islam was a guest of honor at these nationals, somewhere in Central Asia, anyways. And Khabib's dad wanted him to compete not in freestyle wrestling, in judo. Yeah, so yes, they wrestle. Sambo is close to judo as well. So judo has very good trips and very good throws that are very energy efficient in that respect. Whereas the big double legs, I think, are the best things, like the Olympic freestyle wrestling, but they take a hell of a lot of energy. It's a very explosive thing to do. You know what I mean? A big double leg. Again, like people go, no, Jordan Burroughs, you're not Jordan Burroughs, you know, and the efficiency at which Jordan Burroughs will get you down is different. But you see that happen a lot with Olympic freestyle wrestlers because they'll do well for a while, or even folk stylers, but they start to gas. You know, they start to gas because the energy systems that are required in MMA are different to wrestling as well, you know. So it's hard. It's very, very hard to maintain that because you can't do these big explosive wrestling movements for 15, 25 minutes. So yeah, I would say to you that the leg trips, like foot sweeps and stuff like that, but it's still hard. It's not easy to do. You're still going to have to pin the guy to the wall or, you know, clinch with him or whatever. But yeah. Emilio says, Fab, what do you do to minimize BJJ wear and tear damage to your body? I think for me in particular, my age, I understand that, one, I was never fucking great at jiu-jitsu. Two, this is not the mundials. I'm just doing it to stay fit. And so I have a role with a few guys and I know the guys and I don't care. Like, I don't want to get tapped, but I don't care. Like, I've been tapped so many times. It doesn't fucking matter to me. I'm just understanding that that's what I'm doing it for. And I only do like 2 hard rolls a week, if that. The rest of the time I'm teaching a lot. So it helps me just to stay active and to stay thin. And I must, if I'm going to roll, I must stretch and do my strengthening stuff, you know. I must do this. Otherwise, I'm in a lot of trouble, you know. So that's what I do to minimize wear and tear. And I understand that inherently what we're doing has a lifeline and it is hard on your body. There's no two ways about it. Cooper Marin says, Archie, there's a bunch. It's still taxing to set them up. A knee picks are good, like Dominic Cruz or Edgar, or clinch trips are pretty low risk cardio drain. There you go. Same as what I said. Kenny says, Fab, would you say Henry's era was a less developed one? No, because he beat Mighty Mouse, dude. So no, I don't think so. I don't think like, I don't think, you know what the thing is, I'm sure there's more talent out there, but what we've seen is more emphasis on the entertainment factor. So I think you've probably seen there's more talent out there, better fighters, but I think what we see a lot of the times are the guys that they're able to sell themselves a little bit better, you know. So no, I don't. So in short, no, I don't think that. Like, I think that, like I said, I don't think that Paulo Costa would be top 10 in the era when Strikeforce came over to the UFC. I just don't think so. I don't think, maybe top 10, maybe like 9 or 10, but when Rockhold, Weidman, all those dudes were there, I don't see him or Maya or Vittori being up there. Like, Vittori is a perennial contender and fought for the belt. You know what I mean? I don't see that in that time. You know, I don't. And there's no disrespect to Vittori, because I just want to say this: I admire Vittori because he fights above his potential, which is fucking fantastic, and he fights anyone at any time. You know what I mean? Like, yes, the answer is yes. Hands up, stays up, and you've got to respect that. Joseph says, Coach, any updates on the third beehive? I'm going to get, as soon as I harvest this first one, I'm going to get another 2. Trent Griffiths, fab. Now, Trent Griffiths is the other fellow that competed today and won gold as well. He's probably number 1 white belt as well in Australia at 88 kilos. So he's very good. Ex-rugby league player. Should have played first grade, Trent, but It is what it is. Very, very good rugby league player. Played for South Sydney Rabbitohs. Trent Griffith says wrist locks all of his students. Man, honestly, I barely get through the sessions, man. I'm a broken man myself. Kenny says that's fair. Rob McKenzie says bit early, I know, Fab, but 300 main. Who's the main event in 300? I don't know. Cooper Marion says Ian Gary got even more cliche tattoos. We're off, guys. 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51. Ian looks significantly bigger, like taller, longer than Neil. And I think Ian Gary's going to end up at middleweight at some point. He's going to fill out as he gets older. Nice inside kick by Jeffrey Neal. Neil's a tough man. He's no joke. I don't think Ian's going to have it all his way, if at all. Both guys respect each other's power with nice high guards. A nice leg kick by Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal's got good movement. Jeff Neal's a tough man. I like him. He's a tough man. Just not staying stationary for Machado. Gary throws a right high kick to the open side of Jeff Neal. Front kick down the middle. Is that Frank Trigg for real? Because I didn't. Oh, this front kicks is finding a home for Ian Gary. But instead of backing away, Jeff Neal should just keep like that pressure, like not keep going forward, just keep the pressure there on Ian Gary. Oh, nice right hand left hook by Ian Gary. Jeff Neal's doing a good job of like kind of moving him back like this, because it's very tiring to fight like this. But man, what a right hand from Ian Gary. But it is tiring to fight like this. It is tiring to move back and move back and move back. Frank Trigg, eh? Oh, swing and a miss with the right hand. Jeff Neal. Oh, right hand. That right hand from Ian Gary. Ian Gary's starting to look relaxed now. Oh, right knee up the middle with a right hook. But Jeff Neal's walking him down. Ian Gary's having him. Man, he's on his bike a lot, though. He's on his bike a lot, which is good. And he's throwing that beautiful right hand off the back foot. But it's hard to fight moving back. It's like taxing. Nice left hand by Jeff Neal. Now they clinch. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Heath Perry says, have you always seen that about Vittori, or is it certain fights where you made up your mind about him being a contender? No, I don't think he would have been a contender. He was a contender now against Israel. You know what I mean? And he fought Rob. And to be fair, I think that Rob and Israel are many levels above him. And I'm just saying, like, had Vittori been at a different time, I don't think he would have been a contender. And so then he beat Costa, and that's what I'm saying. I just see Costa being a punching bag for Rob in this fight. I just don't see it being even close. Like, I just see Rob it's going to be like there's three of them in there. It's going to be Rob's going to hit him from. It'll look like the Israel fight, but different. You know what I mean? Rob's way too fast, too technical. Much better footwork, much better head movement, way faster jab. He had a problem with Uriah's jab. Uriah is good, but doesn't have fantastic boxing. And Rob's much faster than Uriah, much faster than Costa. He's very fast, you know. So I think Rob's going to get him out of there early. Nice. Jeff Neal hits him with a 1-2 as Gary gets out of the way. Oh, Gary's throwing big bombs as well. 51 seconds to go. Oh, nice little combination by Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal's landing just short. Oh, Ian Machado's throwing some big kicks with that right leg to the body and to the head. But Jeff Neal's ate a couple to the body, but he's taking him on the arms, but that still really hurts your arms, man. It makes you keep your left hand at home as well. Ian Gary got off first with that jab. He was looking for the right kick again. Oh, nice little right hand there lands by Jeff Neal, I think. Jeff Neal's covering up and moving forward with 3 seconds to go. Hits Ian Gary the little like right hook thing. I think I'm not judging the fight, and I think Ian Gary might have taken that. He seems to have landed the cleaner shots. It's a good test. It's a good test, but it's early. I want to see if this fight if he can't stop Jeff Neal, and we're going into the third round. I don't know how him fighting on the back foot like that is going to affect him. I don't know. Some people are really good at it. Machida was fantastic. Cooper Marion says Jeff Neal has some of the pound for pound swaggiest footwork. Cooper Marion says that is Frank Trigg for real. That's incredible. Incredible. We're about to kick off again. Oliver Aikman says I'm back. Who's winning? Probably in Gary, but it was a pretty close round. It wasn't like, yeah, but I'd say in Gary. At this stage, inside leg kick, partially checked. Jeff Neal threw that inside leg kick. 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41. Yeah, it's interesting just to see how. Oh, I think he landed a right hand then, Gary did. 4:25 to go. Like, I think Ian Gary won the first round, but it's still within Jeff Neal's reach, I think, the fight. But Gary's looking really good. His movement's looking really good, and he's landing the punches in combination. He's stepping back on that right hand, also stepping back and throwing the right knee, and Jeff Neal clinches with him, pushes him up against the cage. Trent Griffiths, how dare you, sir? How dare you? But I would say that possibly because of the not caring factor. Look, if you don't care about that, you probably don't care about a lot of things. Although he does seem a little bit sensitive to things. But hey, fuck, it is what it is. And you, Trent, are a horrible man. Your first day here on your maiden voyage, casting those kind of comments. So Jeff Neal's doing a good job pushing Ian Gary up against the cage. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. I don't know how good either one of these guys' actual grappling is, so it's just interesting that he's doing that. Because it doesn't seem like he's trying to take him down either. But he's having a hard time. Oh, Ian Gary lands a nice little right hand. Oh, goes looking for the knee. Does Ian Gary? He's looking for a home for that knee. He is the good, I think, Ian Gary, by the way. I think regardless of what happens in this fight, I do think he passes the test. Like, he does look good, and this is against a very, very good fighter in Jeff Neal. So yeah, he does pass the test at this point, Irrespective of what happens. He's very good. You can see the way that he moves. Very, very good. And he uses that range really well. Inside leg kick by Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal was looking for a right hook, then pushes Ian Gary up against the cage. Ian Gary's defending with a whizzer. Jeff Neal just holding him up against the cage. It's good from Jeff Neal, though. He has to start taking it away from Ian, but Ian is definitely landing the shots. Double underhooks now from Jeff Neal. Ian Gary doing a good job of keeping his hips away from him. Good balance, good takedown defense by Ian Gary. Jeff Neal's not. you know, a crazy wrestler grappler, but still. Oh, nice front kick to the face. Because looking for a high kick does Ian Gary, scoots out of the way. Jeff Neal went looking for a left hand. 1 minute, 15 seconds to go. Nice kick to the body by Ian Gary. Goes looking for the knee, does Ian Gary. 50 seconds to go. Nice little hook by Jeff Neal. Goes looking for the combination. Right hand counter from Ian Gary. Definitely gets Jeff Neal's respect. Oh, nice left high kick by Jeff Neal, but took it on the arms, did Ian Gary. Oh, right hand lands by Jeff Neal. Then a left hand lands by Jeff Neal. Counter right hand by Ian Gary. Ian Gary pushes Jeff Neal up against the cage. Ian Gary goes looking for the takedowns. Jeff Neal does a good job of defending it, showing a lot of strength in Jeff Neal. Good technique too, but he's definitely the physically stronger man. 3 seconds to go. One time. I think Ian Gary won that round as well. Like I said, I'm not judging the fight, and I kind of miss a lot of the stuff as I'm just calling the fight, if you know what I mean. Nice knee lands by Ian Gary. Mamba says, yo, Fab, do you think of prime Douglas Lima? Would he have been champ if he was in the UFC? I don't know if he would have been champ, but Douglas Lima is good, man. Very, very good. Very, very good fighter. Let me just look him up. A couple of things I just want to see. No, but he's a man, proper good fighter. He's got a brother as well. Let me see. He lost he beat Michael Page and he lost a split decision. But Yaroslav Amosov, who's a monster, he lost a decision to him, lost a decision to Musasi about 3-4 years ago, beat Rory McDonald, beat Koreshkov, beat Rory McDonald again, beat Koreshkov again, beat Paul Daly, beat Koreshkov again, fought Koreshkov 3 times, beat Rick Horn, beat Ben Saunders. Like, he lost to Koreshkov. He lost to Rory McDonald. Like, I don't know if he would have been champion, but he wouldn't have been an easy fight for anyone. That's for sure. There are a lot of high fives. Cooper. You're right. I don't know if he's trying to ingratiate himself or what, but yeah, it's weird to me, the high fives. Are they friends? Were they friends? I don't even think they're friends from before. 4:31 to go. The shots keep coming from Ian Gary, but I do think they're looking a little, like just a tiny bit more labored, and he's not getting out of the way of the shots from Jeff Neal because he's on his bike pretty bad. Jeff Neal's doing a good job of walking him down. I don't know how much, but like Jeff Neal has to stop him, in this round to win. I think it's 2 rounds to Ian Gary, in my opinion. Oh, big knee up the middle by Ian Gary. Jeff Neal's still looking for that left hand. Ian Gary goes up high with a right high kick. Jeff Neal takes it on the arms. Oh, nice little hook by Jeff Neal. Ian Gary moves his head, doesn't take it flush. Now Jeff Neal has pushed him up against the cage. There's 3 minutes to go, but Jeff Neal has to bash him. Like, he can't hold him up against the cage. This isn't going to work for him. Even if he wins this round, it's not enough. And it's not like Ian Gary can't grapple at all. I'm assuming that he can grapple. Yeah, Kenny. Neil took that knee really well. He's got a good chin, old Neil. I don't know though. Like someone like Shavkat, I don't see Ian Gary doing well with him. Do you know what I mean? I just don't see that. Against the way he's getting pushed up against the cage here, someone like Shavkat's going to take him down, and that's not going to be fun. I don't think. Okay. 1-2 from. Oh, throws a knee up the middle again. There's 2 minutes to go. Joseph says, high fives before the round start. Has the same vibes as a fighter thanking their God for giving them the power to beat another man senselessly for 15 minutes. I think, yeah, I can handle the touch of gloves at the start of a round, and that's it. You know, it also, when you do that, it takes away the dude being able to run up and flying near you or something. You know what I mean? Oh, nice little oblique kick from Ian Gary. Oh, nice jab by Ian Gary. Jeff Neal's trying to walk him down, but Ian Gary's done a great job of controlling the distance. He's probably been hit a little more than you'd like, but he's done a good job of moving and not getting hit and countering, and he's definitely passed the test because Jeff Neal's a tough guy. For a young guy like this to be coming through, he's passed the test for sure. Even if he got knocked out now. That, ladies and gentlemen, there's 55 seconds to go. 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43. Jeff Neal's still trying to walk Ian Gary down. It'd be a very tiring fight for Ian Gary, man. The way that he's like having to backpedal a lot. But he's stinging Jeff Neal as well. 25 seconds to go, and this will be an Ian Gary decision for sure. 15 seconds to go. Oh, big elbow on the break from Ian Gary. 2-1 time. Jeff Neal put his hand up like he won, and I don't think he won, mate. I don't think he won. I don't think it was close. I think now we're going to see it's Costa versus Whitaker, and I think Costa's going to be a punching bag badly. I think it's going to end quick, to be honest with you. I don't know. I just see it being way too quick for him. Way too quick. You know, that's my opinion. You know what I mean? I don't see that fight being that close at all. Like, I don't see it, and it isn't. The odds makers, I think, have Rob as a 3-1 favorite. You know what I mean? Something like this. So yeah, no, it's not going to be close. I will be back, people. I will be back. I just went just downstairs real quick and I saw my wife and my daughter were playing. My oldest daughter were playing Little Red Riding Hood, and my daughter gets really into the game, but she starts to get scared. And my wife is a wolf, and she's a Little Red Riding Hood, and my wife goes, "No, I'm gonna eat you." And my daughter, Amelia says Whitaker with the 1-2 high kick finish. Could be. I think he's just going to smash him. He's just going to smash him. Like, it's not. I think it's just going to absolutely trash him. You could be the 1-2 high kick. It's just not the same level, dude. It's not the same level of fighter. It's just not even fucking close, dude. Kenny says, I don't know, felt like a spar most of the fight with all the dabs. That's true. But I think Gary won that. Harry DeLuca says, if anybody knows any executives or higher ups at KO, if you could kindly tell them the app is fucked, and I would appreciate it. It's horrendous, eh? The whole thing is bad. But that answers the question as well. Like people asking, like, is it whatever, is it was Cejudo back in the day was at lower level? So no, I think that, like, especially then, because we're not talking about 50 years ago, like it wasn't. Just now it's more like for entertainment. Like the guys are still great fighters, but like I said, like probably you couldn't be top 10 in that era. Like Paulo Costa couldn't be top 10 in that era, or top 5, 6, 7, whatever it is, when Anderson Silva and all of that were around, just because of the fact that he's a good-looking fellow. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't think Costa's going to be able to touch him, to be honest with you. Like, not even close, though. Like, it's, I think it'll look very similar to the Israel fight. Oliver Ekman says, I've gotten all my picks right so far. Going to get mad coin on UFC 5. I don't know what that means. But yeah. Cejudo retired 2020, laugh out loud, but I also think his age was showing the Merab fight. Yeah, that's true, though. That is true. I do think that his age is a factor for sure. You know. The other thing I don't like about Costa is he throws the shots to the closed side. And Jack Slack was talking about this as well with Costa. So if I'm orthodox, he throws his shots to the closed side, still with orthodox. And it makes it a lot easier to catch the kicks. And it's very hard. It's not as easy to damage the shots as it is on the open side. So we're going to see. But I don't see it being like, yeah. Harry DeLuca says, was the Merab Cejudo fight good? I think it was a solid fight. I think it was a nice fight. If you don't like grappling and you don't like Merab's style, then no, you're not going to like the fight. If you do like grappling and you do like the style, then yeah, you're going to like the fight. That's my opinion. So you have Dolitze at number 9. Blake says, damn boys, I got the COVID. He just sent me a text. So sorry to hear that, Blake. Good luck, mate. Stay away from me. Yeah, no, I don't think it'll be close, dude. I just see it just being a fucking massacre right now, this fight. I think Costa's, how do I say it to you? For me, if you ask me, I can't see a clear way for Costa to win. Emilia says if Costa loses, Costa versus Imavov would be good. Yeah, I don't even know if that's what I'd want to see. You know what I mean? Like Costa versus Imavov necessarily. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. Joseph says Jack Hermanson staying strong at number 10. Yeah, but Jack Hermanson's like a tough dude, fights at, you know what I mean? Like does what he does, you know what I mean? Like I don't necessarily think that's the same deal. You know what I mean? I don't think so at all. I think Hermanson fucking I don't even know that Costa beats Hermanson, to be honest with you. That's the truth in my opinion. I don't know that he beats Hermanson. Fuck, Vittori's got I just looked over and I just saw Rob land it on Vittori's head and he just took the shot, just ate it. And then, ladies and gentlemen, there's Costa, Yeah, I don't know. I don't see any way. I don't see a path to victory for him, to be honest with you, other than maybe landing a shot or something. Like I don't really see, like, I think honestly probably 2-1, 3-1 is too generous odds. Like I don't really see a way that Costa's going to beat Rob. I don't know, Cooper. I can't answer that. But yeah, no, I don't. Like if you look at it even now when he's landing the shots on Rockhold, like, and this is an old Rockhold, and he's not putting him away. He's not like, I don't see yeah. Amelia says, does Costa wrestle when Rob starts giving him a hard time? I think he's going to try and wrestle, but I don't see him. He's not like, his fluidity in his movement is not good enough, like to stop that. Like it's not. How's he gonna like? It's not like he's got this mad level changes that he does and da da da. He doesn't. You know what I mean? Like you look at his highlight reel of the guys he's knocked down. I'm like, oh wow, da da da. But it's who. No offense to the guys, but they're not these. If you told me he knocked Romero cold, if you told me he knocked Vittori out, like I'd be like, okay, cool. Vittori out kickboxed him. So I don't see how. If Vittori out kickboxed him, fair enough. I will say this: Costa landed some shots that possibly, if Vittori wasn't Vittori, he would have knocked him out. And it's a long time between drinks for Costa. I haven't seen anything about Costa that makes me go, yeah, this guy's going to fucking win this fight. Like, nothing. Nothing, Cooper Marin says, Rob's got that Frank Camizo takedown defense. Costa has no chance if he panic shoots. Yeah, and Costa hasn't got the wrestling to do it. You know what I mean? Like Costa hasn't got the wrestling to do it. Like if you're saying to me, like Chamizo's doing it to good wrestlers, like Costa's not that. And I don't see Costa having much of an answer for the blitz. I see him like just getting picked apart and then knocked out. And Cooper Marion says Costa's like Samson. Once he started losing his hair, he went off the rails. Look, I don't want to act like Costa's like I don't even not like Costa. He's even a good dude. It's just like a different level. Like it's not the same level, of guy. Like even when he was going to fight Israel and people saying this, and that, the other, and I was just thinking like he got touched by that jab from Uriah pretty bad. Like, and that was like an older Uriah too. I just didn't see how he was going to be able to close that distance on Israel or deal with Israel's movement. I just didn't see it. SG says, could be a stiff left straight be effective against a blitz, taking a page out of DDP's book. It was a right hand that he got Rob with. In that, like, boom, he changed to southpaw and hit him with it. But he doesn't have that versatility, Costa. He doesn't have that versatility to do that. Perry says, is anyone else still skeptical that this fight's happening? Yeah, I don't know. That's just my take. I don't see him having the versatility to be able to deal with Rob's speed. I don't see him having the versatility to deal with, like, even when you see the way he moves is like cumbersome, you know what I mean? Um yes, I don't see, yeah, I don't see it. Oliver Ekman says it was the right hand. Just kidding, brother. Yeah, no, it was. He kind of hit him as he was coming through, you know. And Costa doesn't have that versatility to do that. I don't see him being able to. I don't see him being able to put anything between Rob and the blitz. I see him holding his hands up. He's tough. He can take a beating, but Rob's precise, hits hard. It's going to be over quick. I don't think it's going to get out of the first, to be honest. Cooper Merritt, if he makes it out of the first, he's going to finish in the second. Cooper Merritt says that was also Paulo Costa who hadn't tasted defeat yet. He was way more willing to walk through a jab then than now. SG says true Costa's not as dynamic. Yeah, you know. I mean, fights have to be fought, though. Do you know what I mean? Before rubbish Costa to that extent, I'm just saying fights have to be fought, and they're different. It's, you know, anything could happen. So anything could happen, but I don't think it will. You know what I mean? I just see that Rob's just better than him. Emilio says, Fab, what would your walkout song be? I wouldn't have a walkout song, man. I get a bit scared even fantasizing about it to that point. I'm not much of a fighter, man, and I wouldn't want to face any of these animals in a real fight. Like, I leave the fighting to the fighters, man. I don't even contemplate it. You know what I mean? SG says, Fab, was your stress level nerves like when you were cornering fighters? Whenever I work with people, I have a very high level of empathy. You know what I mean? So I get very, very nervous for people. You know what I mean? Like, not in general. Like, I want people to do well. You know what I mean? And it's even hard for me to see people I don't do well. You know, even if I have a situation with people like. So I realize I'm not ruthless enough for big business. I'm not ruthless enough for a lot of things because I have a lot of empathy. I don't like people getting hurt or something bad happening to people. And so it doesn't serve me well in that respect. You know, I don't show it out there. I'm very serious and try and be as a thing. But if I'm cornering someone or I'm cornering someone in anything or I'm helping someone to do something, I always want them to do well. So I'm very nervous, you know, for them. I don't even like seeing dudes get knocked out that I don't like. You know what I mean? Or that I've never worked with. Like, sometimes I think, fuck, I want this guy to get smashed, and then he gets smashed, and then I feel bad. So I can't, yeah, I get very nervous like that, you know what I mean? I don't like to see that kind of shit, you know what I mean? I I don't know. Yeah. I don't think this fight will be close, man. SG says, I remember you telling us about the sounds that you hear up close to the cage and how gut wrenching they were. Yeah, that's another thing, dude. Like, it's still someone like you care about and that you work with and you hear in the shots. It's hard, man. It's tough. Same as rugby league, dude. Like, you know, like, say you care about someone and you in football, you know that they're targeting that dude and they're gonna, like, you know, they're coming for him. It's pretty bad, man. Like, you can't help him. You can't do anything. Cooper Marion says, were you as impressed when Rob beat Romero up with one knee? Phil, as a fan, that was wild, but to him tell you his knee's trash, then continue like nothing happened must be wild. Yeah, but I also know, like I said to you, like, this is a fight. You don't know how bad the other guy's injured. If you can keep going, you have to keep going because the other guy's hurt as well. You know, the other guy's hurt as well. Like, you don't know how bad or not or whatever. You can't. Yeah. Nah, he's gonna starch him, dude. I don't think it's gonna go very, very fucking long, to be honest with you. So let's see how this fight kicks off. But no, the speed advantage is too much for Rob, way too much, and he's just a different class of fighter, just a different class. I don't know how you could bet on Costa, to be honest with you. All right, and we're about to kick off, and we're off. There's no glove touch. There's no glove touch. 54, 53, 52. Rob jabs and a swing and a miss from Costa. Rob, another calf kick lands on Costa. Rob's too fast. I could just the movement. You just watch how they both move. Rob's going to stone this guy. Nice calf kick again from Rob. This is going to chew up that leg. Swing and a miss. Costa is so much slower, dude. Left high kick from Costa. Misses. Nice. Oh, Costa checks the kick. Too fast. Rob lands a right hand over the top on Costa. He's stinging Costa. Nice little jab from Costa. Rob's way too fast. Nice calf kick again from Rob. Nice high kick from Costa. Nice little jab from Rob. 3 minutes and 49 seconds to go. Rob's definitely the faster of the two. He's much silkier with his movements. And that level change, he's going to come up high with that left hook and he's going to land it on Costa. So he drops his level and comes up with a left hook, does Rob. He's going to stone Costa, man. Costa feints on a right kick. Nice little jab by Costa. Oh, nice jab by Rob. Much faster. It's just beating Costa to the punch. And Costa misses by like a fair bit. Nice calf kick again by Rob. Oh, nice little right hand by Costa. But Costa's punches are very thudding, whereas Rob's got snap on his punches. 2 minutes and 56 seconds to go. Oh, big right hand by Rob over the top. Costa certainly felt that. Oh, another left hook by Rob. Lands a little left hand. Nice little jab by Costa. Costa throws a calf kick. Rob answers with a left hook, but Rob had partially checked that inside kick by Costa. Nice little they exchange and then mirror that again to each other. Rob hits him with a left hook, high guard by Costa. Nice uppercut by Rob. He rocks Costa. Big leg kick by Rob. Costa answers with one of his own. Rob's dictating the pace, making Costa faint and go into his shell. The speed difference is enormous. And the class difference. It's just a different class of fighter. Rob with a nice blitz as he enters. Nice calf kick by Rob. 1:56 to go. Just a different, completely different class of fighter. Like just different level. Costa's already wearing it, man. And he's biting on the feints. Rob lands another calf kick. Big swing and a miss by Rob, but he's got so much more speed than Costa. Inside kick by Costa. Costa's got no answers, dude. No answers whatsoever. Oh, big shot by Rob. Nice jab. Stiff jab by Rob. 1 minute, 15 seconds. Big jab again by Rob. Lands on Costa. Costa answers with a jab of his own, but doesn't land it. Looks for a right hand. Doesn't land it. Nice combination by Rob. He hurts Costa. Costa's a minute to go. Leg kick checked by Rob. Nice leg kick by Rob. 53 seconds to go. Rob with a massive right hand just misses. Oh, nice left hook by Rob. 41 seconds to go. No answers from Costa, really. Oh, they're fighting in the phone booth now. Now they're out. Nice jab lands by Costa. 29 seconds to go. I think it's only a matter of time till Rob drops him, dude. There's a nice left hand by Rob. 20 seconds to go. 17 seconds to go. 15 seconds to go. Nice side kick by Rob. He's biting on the feints hard. He's Costa. Oh, hits Rob with a spinning back kick. Hits Rob with a left hook. Rob's recovered, but that was a big shot that he landed, dude. He landed a big spinning back kick, a big like wheel kick, did Costa. I have Rob winning that round. But it depends how the refs saw it, how the judges seen this. He landed a good, dude. Man, he landed that good on Rob. And he definitely wobbled him. But no, I think Rob's fine. I think Rob landed. It looks to me like it's only a matter of time until Rob lands the combinations and the shots that are coming. Whereas Costa looks the worse for wear and he's biting on the feints and he's taking punishment, dude. In my opinion. Rickety Rick, maybe. I think Costa's going to get finished here, but I do think that. I think Rob's just a little too quick. Double jabbed, did Rob. Nice calf kick, lands it again on Costa. Costa goes looking for a jab of his own. Rob throws a double jab. Costa's biting on the feints from Rob a lot. Moves back, throws a little left hook, does Costa. Oh, nice little calf kick lands by Costa. Left high kick by Costa. Taken on the gloves by Rob. Front kick by Costa. Nice jab by Costa. Nice little left hook by Rob, but taken on the gloves. Right hand by Rob's. Costa swing and a miss with the left hand. Oh, there's a right high kick by Rob. It definitely landed. Costa tells him to come on. Big calf kick by Costa. That's going to land though. He lands a calf kick on Rob. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Nice calf kick by Rob. Oh, left hook by Rob. Doesn't land flush, but nice little jab by Costa. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Oh, little jab lands by Costa. I don't know if he landed the right hand. Nice front kick up the middle by Costa. They exchange jabs. 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go. Rob's still chasing him. Something happened. I don't know if there was an eye poke there or what. Who eye poked who? They both landed leg kicks. Fuck. Oh, the thumb in the eye. Nice little exchange there. 2 minutes and 57 seconds to go. Nice jab lands by Rob. Oh, big calf kick by Rob, then follows up with a double jab. Nice jab again lands by Rob. Left high kick, right high kick by Costa. Nice little left hook by Costa. Oh, right hand just misses by Rob. Feints on a right low kick does Costa. Oh, lands a big left hook does Rob. Costa with his hands down. He doesn't want to play that game, mate. There you go, Costa. That's why you put your hands up, mate. Nice calf kick by Rob. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. I do think Costa's lost his rhythm a little bit in this fight. His hands are down. This is not good. The guy's so much faster. Nice combination lands by Rob. 1 minute, 57 seconds to go. Nice little calf kick by Costa. Rob lands a little jab. Nice calf kick by Rob. Costa's in all sorts of trouble here. He's in a lot of trouble. 1 minute and 47 seconds to go. Rob lands a little combination. There he is with a big left hook. Costa's saying to him to come on. Costa's definitely losing this round. I don't know who won the first, to be honest with you. 1 minute and 31 seconds to go. Nice calf kick by Costa himself there. Rob with a good little combination. 1 minute and 18 seconds to go. Swing and a miss with a left high kick by Costa. Trying to draw. Man, Rob's so much faster though, man. He's so much faster. Left high kick by Costa. 1 minute to go. Nice leg kicks by Rob. There's a jab and a hook from Rob. 55 seconds to go in this round. Nice little kick to the body from Rob. Costa's in trouble, man. I see him slowing down. He's got his hands low. Checks a little left hook from Costa. Nice little combination from Rob. They're fighting in the phone booth a little bit here. There's 23 seconds to go. Rob with a kick to the body. Looking to counter Costa here. Nice little calf kick from Costa. 10 seconds to go. 4 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, time. I'm going to be biased. I think Rob's winning the fight, but Rob's winning the fight, I think, and he's definitely the faster of the two, in my opinion. And the calf kicks, Costa is tough, though. I'll give him that. There is a level of quality, the difference in the two. But Rob's definitely the faster of the two, and I think it's only a matter of time until he lands a big shot. Whereas Costa's not really landing. Like, he's landing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking that away from him. He's definitely landing. But they're more like thudding shots and counters. Whereas Rob, I think, is leading the dance a little bit. Costa hasn't taken control of the fight. He kind of like counters and gets it back. Okay, I think we'll see. We'll see how this round goes. It's hard. I'm not going to lie. I'm fucking biased. If you're going to watch me, I'm biased. I'm telling you this. Yes, he does have the bottom tooth missing. Cooper Marion. Third round. We're off. Slides out of the way, does Rob. He's much faster than Costa. Comes in on the jab. Nice calf kick by Rob. Costa answers with a little jab of his own. Costa goes looking for a calf kick. Doesn't get it. Nice left hook by Rob. Doubles up on the left hook. Oh, they shin clashed. Oh, my. Oh, my. That would hurt. Oh, my. Oh, Rob's much faster with that jab. Nice calf kick by Rob. Oh, that shin clash would have hurt so much. Oh, nice leg kick by Costa. Oh, big right hand by Rob. Big right hand. Costa goes looking for a jab of his own. Nice leg kick again by Costa. Lunges in on a left hook. Does Costa's got to be careful. Rob's going to counter him. Rob's much faster of the two. They clinch, knee up the middle from Costa. Three minutes and 30 seconds to go. Oh, Rob hits him with a jab. Costa went looking for a calf kick. 3 minutes to go. Oh, big left hook lands by Rob. Oh, look, Rob goes looking for a right hand. Costa somehow got out of the way of that. Nice calf kick by Rob. They exchange. Rob gets out of the clinch. Costa's telling him to fight in the middle of the octagon. Tell him to trade. 2 minutes, 53 seconds to go. Nice calf kick lands by Rob. Costa's trying to walk him down, but Rob's beating him to the punch, I feel. Nice jab, and then a low kick lands by Costa. Nice kick again to the body by Costa. Rob goes looking for a jab. Nice right hand by Rob. Costa goes left, kick to the body. Rob doubles up on the jab. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes, 18 seconds to go. They exchange left hooks. Neither one of them landing flush. Oh, Rob lands again. Rob's still much faster, dude. Much, much faster. Nice calf kick there by Rob. Costa goes looking for a left hook. Front kick up the middle. Nice jab by Costa. Double jab by Rob. Nice jab by Costa again. 1 minute and 39 seconds to go. Yes, Rob doubles up on the jab. Nice work. Costa goes looking for that spinning back kick. Rob ducks under it. Oh, right hand by Rob. 1 minute, 16 seconds to go. Costa doubles up on the jab. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go. They exchange low kicks. I really don't know how this fight's been scored. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I think Rob has done more. I want to say has landed the more shots. I don't know. I fucking don't know. I thought he won the first and the second, but then I don't know how they score the wheel kick. Do you know what I mean? 42 seconds to go. Calf kick lands by Rob. Costa goes looking for a right hand. Costa's fallen off a cliff, I think, here. He's biting on the feints a lot. He's trying to walk Rob down. There's 30 seconds to go. Oh, big shot by Rob. Big left hand. Costa goes looking for a left hook. Doesn't find it. There's 20 seconds to go. Doubles up on the jab, does Rob. 6 seconds. Right high kick. Rob goes looking for a single leg. Misses with the punches thereafter. 3, 2, 1. Time. Nah, Rob won that decision, I think. I think he won that decision. But I don't know. 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 Amelia says Rob 2-1 at least. That's how I see it. This shot was big. That was definitely the biggest shot of the first round. But the calf kicks Rob landed were huge. I think Rob gets a decision here. Yeah. Yeah, see, it's funny because I don't know. I don't know. I think Rob won. That's my opinion. I think Rob won. I'll be surprised if he doesn't win. No, like, of course I'm going to be biased. And I'm going to be biased for Alex as well. It was definitely a close fight. It wasn't what I expected. Credit to Costa, honestly. I don't know. Yeah, credit to him, but I didn't. Yeah, he won the decision. It was very good fight. It was a very tough fight. Um, Costa definitely overperformed in that fight. I didn't think yeah, they're gonna be fucking sore for a while, dude. Yeah, I thought Costa overperformed. Yeah, Rob won. He won the decision. But crazy fight. SG says 30-27 solid score. Yeah, it was definitely a solid score. They just kicked the shit out of each other, but yeah, that was pretty crazy. Yeah, so that was an interesting fight. That was definitely an interesting fight. Um, I do think that Costa overperformed, to be honest with you. I was not expecting that from Costa. It was a good fight. It was a very good fight. Yeah, he's a white fellow, Oliver Ekman. Oh, Sean. Sean. I can't believe that's what he's wearing. And now Volkanovski fight. Let's see these two. Honestly, like I was going for Rob. Of course, I was going for Rob, but I thought that Paulo outperformed. I thought that Rob was just going to fucking smash him in that first round, second round. And Rob definitely won the fight. He definitely won it. And I'm very like I thought he was. It was my pick, but I wasn't ready for old fucking Costa to come good. Give me a second, guys. I'll be back. No, SG, I did not watch the Super Bowl. I'll be back. I just got to fill up water. We were going to take my kids to the beach, but it looks like it's going to storm and lightning. So I just brought my assistant here to do the podcast with me for a little bit because we promised to go to the beach, but unfortunately it's lightning, thunder, so I don't think we'll be going, unfortunately. Sorry, baby. And Heath Perry asks, how long do you reckon Costa will have a limp for? I think, yeah, this is a cyber criminal, Oliver Ekman. Storm and lightning in summer, Kenny, is all the time here. All the time. Nah, he'll be bad for, honestly, probably a month. Probably a month. He'll be bad. That was like a big exchange from both those guys. You know, I think both those guys are going to be out for quite a bit because like the bone bruising is pretty bad. Yeah, no, all the time here in Australia, you have like these summer storms and that. Like it's pretty full on. Say hello, everyone. Hello. Young Kira here does grappling 3 times a week. Robbie McKenzie says, still 40 in WA, Fab, so hot. Yeah, man, like I try to talk my wife into, I love where we live and that, but I look at the house prices and it looks so good over there, man. So I don't know. I love Sydney. I love where we are, but yeah, it's it is what it is. 40 degrees in WA. What's the time though over there? Is it like midday over there now? This will be going to be an interesting fight. I did not think that fight was going to go the way that it went though with Robin Costa. Credit to Costa. He took his, I can't even say he just took the beating. I have to say, like it was a good fight. You know what I mean? It was a good fight. It was pretty close fight. I feel that Rob won every round. You could argue the first, maybe, but it was close still. You know, like I didn't think Costa was going to touch him. I thought it was going to look a little bit different to that. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Oh, are you okay? Are you tired? Tell them. No. Tell these guys. You don't want it to. What's that? She doesn't want it to thunder and lightning. Michael Kavitya says, I knew Costa had good kicks, but his jab was pretty good this fight. I'm surprised he was able to jab in any capacity whatsoever with Rob. Like, I'm really surprised by it. Yeah. Fab, do you think the fight with Volk and Ilya is going to go the distance? It could. I think Ilya is going to try and jump on him from the start, though. And that's my take on it. So, yes, young Kira, he doesn't want it to thunder and lightning because we want to go to the beach. Young Kira, he's signed up to do surfing from as of next weekend. She's doing surfing once a month, does gymnastics once a week, does grappling 3 times a week, and goes to preschool. You're a busy little thing, aren't you? You want to go back to singing? Singing and dancing? Not dancing, it's like instruments. They play instruments and they do things. Pretty cool. Jim says it's 25 down here in Tassie. Ooh, that's quite cool. Robin McKenzie says a cleaning position at one of the mines is approximately 85 a year. A trained tradie can earn 1,000 a day. Wow. Are there any jobs for people with health science degrees? And tell me what they can earn. Do you work in the mines, McKenzie? Kenny says, let's see Ilya back all that smack talk. Cooper Marin says, didn't expect Ilya to be that small compared to Volk. Well, we'll see. People have different builds too. Don't forget Ilya fought at lightweight as well. Like he's not like a little guy. Let's see the builds. Ilya's got a good walkout music. Either Ilya lands early or Volk finishes him late. Yeah, could. That pretty much, I think, is one of the things that could happen. It also depends how bad he gets hurt. Do you know what I mean? 14 Fahrenheit here in Iowa. Can you tell us what that is in Celsius? Because in the rest of the world, mate, it's Celsius. So, Ekman, let us know what 14 degrees Fahrenheit is. That's in the Republic of Iowa. We want to know what it is in the rest of the world. I did not expect Costa to hang in there, to be honest with you, and he more than hung in there. So, wow, you know what I mean? Wow. But no, Rob definitely won, and he won every round, in my opinion. Minus 10 degrees Celsius from Oliver Ekman. That's pretty cold, man. That is cold. There's no beach there where he lives. No, he lives in a place called Iowa. Can you say Iowa? Iowa.
It does rain a lot. I don't want to go.
Yeah, we'll try and get out there if it doesn't rain. Jim says, what's the minimum amount of time you would suggest a fighter to wait after getting KO'd? It just depends. Do you know what I mean? And it depends how you got KO'd and where you're at in your career and what your experience level is and the rest of it. And I don't know how bad, like, you got KO'd. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Was he asleep? Was he, So that's, yeah. It depends. It just depends. Heath Perry says, call this guy from work, Perth. He's always 3 hours behind. Kenny says, Rob's in a strange spot. He could fight Strickland next, I guess. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Rickety Rick says it's Rob versus Strickland next, surely. Could well be. Don't forget, though. Wait, let me. Thank you for the backwash. Well, don't forget as well, there's other guys fighting as well. So I don't know. Like, it could be Robin Imavov. It could be, depends what the UFC wants to do. If they want to push him up the card, which I imagine they would. But then you have that same musical chairs kind of thing again. You know what I mean? Because you got Strickland, Hamza, Israel, and Dricus. Does Rob fight Strickland? And then, like, I don't know. Michael Page says your daughter should leave because Volky's going to murder this bloke. Ain't going to be a G-rated. My daughter's seen murders, man. We live in the rough and tumble world of the rule in the New South Wales South Coast. I think probably about 3 weeks ago, a police car drove through here with no sirens on or anything. I think they were lost, but still. Rob McKenzie says, started in the mines, but I missed my kids too much. And it's more of a young single man's or kids have grown. Some places 46 degrees and up. That's awful. Volk went completely out. Oliver Ekman says, Fab's so nice. He even thanks for the backwash. Emile says, Hamzat shouldn't be in that conversation, in my opinion. Oh, but he is. He is. You know what I mean? Like, he is. And so it just depends, man. I think there's a batch of other young guys that are coming through that Nursultan guy is a guy to watch as well. So I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, this doesn't look to me to be a quick turnaround fight. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It depends what Strickland wants to do. Strickland might want to get Hamzat. You know what I mean? It depends. It just depends what happens. Watch out, baby, because I can't. No, vení por acá. Yeah, Rob versus Hamzat. See, these are interesting fights. So we'll see. There's. Joseph says Whitaker versus Usman would be a good one, coach. I can't see Usman beating Rob. I just can't. It'd be a good fight for Rob. You know what I mean? But I can't see Usman beating him. I just see it going like. I can't see Usman beating him, and I don't know what you do with that, other than the fact that it's two former champions. That, I mean, in that regard, it's a good fight. But yeah, Harry DeLuca says, "What is Zuck doing there?" I just hope they don't start fighting and Zuckerberg smashes them all. He's probably got chips implanted in everyone's brain and make them all fight each other. Okay, let's see the fight. Kenny says, no way they do Rob versus Kamaru after he lost to Hamzat. I don't know. It's an interesting fight. It's a cool fight, you know. And I think that Rob paced him. Just a really bad matchup for him. Zuck is in Volk's corner. Let's see it. They're very similar. They're very, very similar, like in size and everything. It's going to be interesting. What are you doing? Huh? Con las dos manos. Oliver Ekman says, I pray that some way, somehow, Zuck makes his way to Iowa and trains at the gym I attend so I can smash him. Says Ekman. Man, I don't know, Ekman. I don't know. He's training with high-level guys. I'm sure he's on TRT and all that good stuff. You don't know, man. He could pick you up, suplex you, boom. Cooper Marin says, Zuck's knee is healed. Elon better watch out. Yeah, that'll be a barn burner, won't it? Oliver Ekman says, stop it, Fab. You'll be shooting those panic single legs, Ekman. Shooting the panic single legs. We'll see this fight here. Yeah. She wants to know when I'm finished so we can go to the beach. See this fight here? As soon as this fight finishes, we'll go. Okay. As long as it's not lightning and storm, okay?
Lightning and storm.
What's that?
I want to go for lightning and storm.
You want to go if there's lightning and storms?
Yeah, but we can't.
No, it's too dangerous, baby. You don't want to get hit by lightning.
And what does lightning do? How does it hit you?
It goes like this and makes you into a little dim sim, a little burnt dumpling. You don't want to be a little burnt dumpling? Okay. Joseph says, wow, I didn't know Volk is 2 years older than Whitaker. I thought they're the same age. And Milo says, Fab with two hands he dare. Oliver Ekman says, there's zero chance he slams me in any way. I reckon he does. I reckon he inside trips you. You panic shoot. He Olympic lifts you onto your back, gets into half guard, and then it's over, man. It's nothing but ground and pound for you. So let's see how this fight goes. Rob McKenzie says, Fab, I got an appointment with GP. What's the right question to ask if I want to try? I would speak to him about getting like your testosterone tested and that, and just say to him, can you tell me about peptides? Can you tell me about like testosterone? I don't know. I've never asked for it, but I've got mates that have just been on TRT, but on TRT on peptides, and it helped them. So you should just ask him. You should just straight out ask. That's what my wife said to me. I should have just straight out asked her out the first time, but I didn't. I went, and I didn't ask her out. And then next thing you know the whole thing that happens when this kind of stuff happens, AVO, restraining order, police said don't stalk, that kind of stuff. Now we got 4 kids. Is it raining, baby? 280. 280 is Oliver Ekman. What's that in kilograms for the rest of the world? What are you doing, baby? Oh, you're just laying down? You can lay down if you like. Oliver Ekman says, that means I can beat Bradley Martin. I think you'll beat Bradley Martin. You shoot a low single, take him down, and then you use those folk-style rides. Just own him the whole time. Jaden Wanganeen says it's like 120 kilograms. 260 is 120 kilograms. 280 is an astronomical mathematical figure that I can't even think of. Kenny says 127 kilograms. They touch gloves. Jim says eat broccoli, pomegranate, and Brazil nuts to boost T levels. Volkanovski says we're going to touch gloves. Ilya says yes. Baby girl, we're about to start the fight. And we're off, people. We're off. They come out, they touch gloves, and we're off. Oh, left high kick by Volkanovski. Oh, Ilya goes looking for a big right hand. He throws it. 42, 41, 40. Nice rip to the body. Nice like left kick to the body by Volkanovski. Volkanovski's busy with those kicks early on. Nice kick to the body by Volkanovski. Again, nice inside kick by Volkanovski. Ilya's trying to push him to the peripheries of the octagon. Oh. Goes looking for a right hand as Ilya, but Volkanovski was able to skirt out of the way. Nice kick to the body once again by Volkanovski. Nice. Man, Volkanovski's looking like a Taekwondo fighter out there. Just landing kick after kick off that lead foot. Oh, left high kick by Volkanovski once again. Ilya's trying to hunt him down. But Volkanovski's moving really well. Handsome devil that he is. Ilya's looking for the big right hand, but Volkanovski's very savvy to it. Goes looking for the kick to the body again, Volkanovski. And then he scoots away from that big right hand. Nice jab from Volkanovski. Oh! Ilya with his first leg kick of his life, and he lands it. What a man to land it on. And he's got to kick those legs because he's got to stop Volkanovski from just kicking. Nice kick again from Ilya. He can't just let Volkanovski stand at range and kick him. Oh, nice little right hand by Ilya. Oh, a little right hand there lands by Ilya. Ilya still, they're respecting each other a lot. Ilya goes looking for a little flurry, doesn't get it. He's moving Volkanovski back. Volkanovski with a nice kick to the body. Ilya with a jab to the body. 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go. Volkanovski looking to jab. Nice calf kick by Volkanovski. Man, the kicks to the legs hurt so much, dude. Oh, nice little combination by Ilya. Finds a home for the right hand, but it doesn't land a flush. Volkanovski's doing a good job of being on his toes, so he's moving out of the way. And he's slipping towards the right hand. So he's getting out of the way of it, completely out of the way. No, baby, I need the microphone. Ilya goes looking for the right hand again. One minute, 14 seconds to go. Where do you want to put your head, baby? You want to go here like this? So, yeah. Oh, nice inside kick by Volkanovski, then an outside kick by Volkanovski. Ilya goes looking for a right hand over the top. Volkanovski doing a fantastic job of landing these kicks. Ilya trying to get inside punching range. Volkanovski, I believe, is talking to him. He's finding it very hard. Volkanovski keeps moving and landing the kicks. He's doing a good job, Volkanovski, just staying out of the way, moving. That's what Ilya needs. Oh, Volkanovski's in on a double leg. Kneeing in the clinch. A rip to the body from Ilya. 22 seconds to go. This is Volkanovski's round. Nice left high kick from Volkanovski. 17 seconds to go. Again, swing and a miss with the right hand from Ilya. 13 seconds to go. A bit of a masterclass, to be honest, from Volkanovski in his first round. But you have to understand something. Like, it's hard to fight on the back foot. He is landing the kicks. He's landing the damage. Yes, he looks good. Alexander Chun-Li Volkanovski, says Joseph. Good job. Good job of Volkanovski. Topuria keeps walking him down, though. He is walking him down, looking to find a home for that right hand. Adam Yusuf says, so Fab, this fight so far feels like a chess match. I would say that Volkanovski's winning the chess match, though. Like, he's just taking the pawns away from him, so to speak. What an intellectual channel we have, don't we? We just speak in similes and metaphors and whatnot. It's another level, I'm telling you. It's another level. ¿Quieres sentarte acá conmigo? ¿Qué? No, it's not finished yet. Do you want to sit with me? No. Okay. Harry DeLuca says, I give the first round to Topuria. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say to you who I give the round to. I'm not judging the fights, and it's just they're close. You know what I mean? They're close. Okay, they touch gloves. Second round starts. 4 minutes and 57 seconds to go. Kenny says, Ilya seems so scared of the grappling. I don't pick that up at all. I don't think that at all. I don't think that Ilya, it's just Volkanovski's on his bike and moving and landing, and that's very hard. Nice little right hand lands by. Oh, doubles up on that combo, does Ilya. Will he find a home for that right hand? Is interesting, you know. Volkanovski swinging a miss on the calf kick. Nice kick. Taken on the arms by Ilya, but still. Nice jab to the body by Ilya. Oh, lands a right hand as Ilya. Ilya lands a little combination. Volkanovski clinches, throws a knee, but Ilya landed some big rips there to the body. And this is going to, the body rips are going to take their toll if you're fighting on your bike like this, as is Volkanovski. Oh, nice little right hand over the top from Ilya. Ilya showing some level changes, but it's no secret. He wants the overhand right. Nice little jab from Ilya. Oh, little right hand from Ilya. This round so far, I think it's Ilya's. This round thus far. Nice leg kick by Ilya. Like the first round, I can't say to you. Because I think some of the bigger shots were landed by Ilya, but Volkanovski did a great job of being on his bike and landing the leg kicks and whatnot. He needs to move him back, does Volkanovski. Nice front kick, nice leg kick. They're exchanging his jabs now. Volkanovski has a bigger sense of urgency now. I think he knows he may have dropped the first and could possibly have dropped this second one thus far. Oh, nice little leg kick there. They exchanged them. They exchanged the leg kicks. Oh, nice little right hand by Ilya. Volkanovski is doing a good job of just controlling that distance, skirting the outside. He lands and moves. Oh, nice little right hand by Ilya. Oh, Ilya's landing. Oh, he's dropped Volkanovski. He has knocked out Volkanovski. Huge shot from Ilya Topuria. Fuck. I'm bummed, mate. I'm a bit bummed. I'm not gonna lie to you. My daughter's happy because the fight's over. Come here, baby. The fight's finished. Yeah, man. What do you do? What do you do? That was a super impressive performance by Ilya Topuria. And yeah, man, I am. Yeah. What do you do, man? What do you do? I do have to take my daughter to the beach. I will try and be back. Is it raining, baby girl? No. Okay.
It's not like rain.
Yeah.
It's like rain soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it, guys. I have to go to the beach with my daughter. I am absolutely devastated for Volkanovski. And that right hand looked like it was going to land though the whole time. Guys, take care. Please hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will catch you guys soon. I'm going to try and do a post on Tuesday. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.